Hello, folks. Give me a sec. Stream is healthy. Alrighty. Today is the presidential debate of 2020, first one. Trump versus Creepy Joe. Here we go. I'm just gonna do some live commentary with. You can also join me on Discord. Well, no, actually, I won't be talking on Discord much, except for some of my friends here, which they're not on at the moment. But oh well. Everything is good. Alrighty then. Should be starting very shortly here in a minute. All is good. Stable stream. Blah blah. Okay. Good connection. Yo,
How you doing?
Gucci, welcome to the stream. We are
Yeah, well,
live.
I got some sad news.
If it's private,
Um,
let's not talk about it now.
no, no, it's not private. I'm just talking about. I found out why all my Game Center and shit and stuff isn't working. I even
Oof.
logged out of my Apple ID and I can't log back in. And I found out why.
Big oof.
Apple's suffering a server outage.
No wonder. The Trump and Biden
Yeah,
power.
yeah, but they're suffering a server outage, which means I can't log into my Apple ID, I can't log in the Game Center, which means if something, say, were to happen to my device right now and I lose it permanently, I lose all my shit.
Okay, we're about to see what's gonna unfold here. I'm watching on the Epoch Times. No volume yet,
Yeah,
though.
wait, yeah, but I was pinged by Pontifex to go to this certain
Where
place.
is the
Nick features D live.
Yeah. Dude, just watch mine. Where is the audio?
Yeah,
I
could you post it?
I just did on my Discord server.
Alright, alright.
Where's the audio? The hell? Do I have to go to another stream to watch this? Bruh? Are you watching it, Freedom Ball?
Uh, just going on the YouTube.
Or you found my stream anyway?
Yeah.
Stream health is excellent, so we're Gucci.
Oh God, it's lag.
Lag, bro. No.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah,
got any
yeah.
lag.
I'm hearing what you, no, dude, I'm hearing what you said like a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. No, I would mute my own thing, but alright, where's the sound? Oh god. Uh-oh. This is not good. Where the hell is the sound? Yo, ping Pontifex's server. Send him the stream. Okay? You got that, bro?
Yeah, I got that, but seriously though, lag.
Yeah. Am I actually lagging on the stream?
Yes, because what I'm hearing you say on Discord is just coming back onto the live stream.
Well, yeah, you're gonna hear it
Yeah.
twice over. So don't listen to the
Yeah,
stream while
well,
you're on Discord.
okay. It's hard not to though.
Just if you want to, just mute the audio.
Yeah, but I'll just hear myself on the background. Hold on, I got some shit to do anyways, like move my bed.
Operation Move the Bed 2020.
Yes.
Yeah, hey Pontifex, what's up, my dude? Yo, you want to get into the voice chat we got
Yeah,
going?
voice chat.
You want to get in the voice chat?
Yes.
Just don't be super based, or I'll get demonetized. I don't want that.
Yeah.
All right, let's invite him. I'm gonna add friends to
Besides
DM.
we all gotta we all gotta agree on this one thing. Half
Alright.
of the stuff you say you don't even believe in.
Hey, let's not expose him too much. Yo, is Pont? Hey, Pont. Pontifex.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream without audio so far, at least on Epoch's Times part, anyway.
The stream.
I'm
That's the
watching it on the
problem.
Epoch Times, but for some reason their sound is not even on yet. I don't know what they're doing, and I don't want to watch it on the Washington Post because they were talking about how leftist they were, and that was getting kind of cringe, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd watch it on Fox. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
if this doesn't get sound, I'm gonna go on Fox. That's what I'm gonna do. Make sure to leave a like, guys. Oh wait, you already did. Never mind.
I mean, there's also WBNG, you know.
I'm just watching on C-SPAN right now.
Is C-SPAN good? Because it says I can watch it on there too.
No, but I mean, you could probably watch it on WBNG. They're also nice.
Are they
since
doing
the
anything
news network.
yet, Pontifex? Or
Yeah.
Are they like debating yet? Or are they on the state?
Bro.
They're on the stage. Here, I'll link the C-SPAN one.
No, I got it. I'm gonna go right to the
Okay.
C-SPAN one.
Hold on.
Midland Credit
The hell with
Management
that,
makes
dude.
account management easy with our secure
Sorry, Epoch
online
Times, your
payment
sound is
portal.
not working.
Succeed the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg on.
All right, now here we go.
You say the Constitution is clear about your obligation and the Senate's to consider.
Let me get the
a nominee
drinking
to the
game up,
court.
boys.
Yeah.
President Biden, you say that this is an effort by the president
Bruh,
and Republicans
not old
to
enough to
jam
drink.
through an appointment and
Yeah, I'm
what you
drinking
call
Guys,
seltzer.
shh.
an
All right.
abuse of power.
Remember,
My
this
first
is live
question
video.
to both
Seltzer.
of you tonight. Why
All right,
are you right
gotcha.
in the argument you make and your
Alright,
opponent
I'm gonna go
wrong?
on
And
WBNG. See what
where
it
do you
that,
think
bruh.
a Justice Barrett would take the court? President Trump, in this first segment, you go first, 2 minutes.
Trump gets first
I'll tell
time.
you very simply, we won the election. Elections have consequences. We have the Senate, we have the White House, and we have a phenomenal nominee, respected by all. Top.
I have a feeling that
academic,
this is gonna go better than the
good in
2016
every way.
debate.
Oh, it
Every
is.
way.
I'm pretty
In fact,
sure it
Some
is.
of her biggest
Hey,
endorsers
where's the
are
link,
very liberal
Pontifex?
people.
Oh, you
from
want
Notre
the
Dame and
link
other
to
places.
C-SPAN?
So I think she's going to be
Yeah, bro.
fantastic. We have
me
plenty
the
of
link.
time.
That one.
Even if we did it after the election itself.
By the
we
way,
have a
your
lot of
profile
time
picture
after the
kind of reminds
election,
me
as
of
you know.
Arthur Morgan, not
So I
gonna
think
lie.
that she would be outstanding.
It's Ted
She's
Kaczynski.
going to be,
Hey, no Ted
as
Kaczynski on here,
anybody
boy.
that has served on that court. We really feel that. We have a
Yes.
professor at Notre Dame,
Yeah.
respected by all, said she's the
All right,
single
guys.
greatest
Shh.
student he's ever had. He's been a professor for a long time at a great school. And we
My
just,
audio is
we
working,
won
right?
the election, and
Yeah, it is.
therefore
Never
we
mind.
have the right to choose her. And very few people knowingly would
How
say
about
otherwise. And by the way, the Democrats,
objection?
they wouldn't even think about not doing it. If they had, the only difference is they try and do it faster. There's no way they would give it up. They had Merrick Garland, but the problem is they didn't.
Damn
have
it!
the
Why do I have
election,
this
so
Phoenix
they were
Wright
stopped.
song stuck?
And
Nobody's watching the
probably that
stream,
would
lol.
happen in reverse. Also, definitely would happen in reverse. So we won the election, and we have the right to do it, Chris.
You don't have to. You can
President
watch
Trump,
the
thank
actual
you.
recording.
Same question to you, Vice President.
Do you want me to
Biden.
advertise this to my IRL friends?
Well, first of all,
Sure.
Thank you for doing this and looking forward to this, Mr.
Thank you,
President.
Joe.
The American people have a right to have a
You know,
say
I'm gonna
in who
smash
the
that
Supreme
like
Court
button.
nominee is. And
Boom.
that say
Okay, I
occurs
punched
when
it
they
so I
vote
couldn't.
for a
I
unanimous
gotta get on
no.
the, I gotta get
Or
on
they
your
vote
actual
for the
stream so the
President of the
audio's
United
getting
States.
echoing a bit.
They're not going to get that chance
Bro, how
now
are you able to
because
put
we're
a
in the middle
title
of an
on the
election
game
already.
without?
Election has already started.
Wait,
Tens
no,
of thousands of people have already voted.
no, seriously, how are you
And
able
so
to put
the
a
thing
title
that
on
should
your
happen
video
is
without?
we should wait. We should wait
You
and
know.
see what the outcome of this election is. Because that's the only way the American people get to express
What?
their view.
Dude,
is by
Joe
who they
Biden
elect as
says that the
president,
people
who
should
they
vote
elect
on a
as vice
Supreme Court
president.
justice.
Now, what's at stake here is the president's made it clear he wants to get rid of the Affordable Care
That
Act.
makes it a political
He's been
position.
running
It's
on
just
that.
like
he ran on that,
retarded.
and he's made
Yeah.
a ruling on that. He's in the Supreme Court right now trying to get rid of
Yeah, Joe Biden wants to wait
the-
because
the
Ruth Bader
Affordable Care
Ginsburg
Act,
died.
which
Which to that I say,
20 million
wah,
people
wah,
from
wah.
having insurance. health
Drank too much
insurance
seltzer
now,
there.
If it goes in the
You,
And-
you know what they
and,
say, the show must
justice-
go
and I have
on.
Nothing. I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to the justice. She seems like a very fine person, but she's written before she went on the bench, which is her right, that she thinks that the Affordable Care Act is not constitutional. The other thing that's on the court, and if it's struck down,
The
what
Affordable Care
happens?
Act is not
Women's
constitutional.
rights
Thank
are
you.
fundamentally changed. Once again, a woman could be held
For
pay
once you
more
said
money
something
because
intelligent.
she has a pre-existing condition of pregnancy. They were able to charge a woman more for the same exact procedure a man gets. And
I'm
that
gonna
ended
actually watch the
when we,
actual
in
live
fact,
stream
passed the Affordable
because
Care Act.
your live
And
stream
there's
is
100
suffering from
million
too many
people with
likes. No
pre-existing
offense.
conditions, and they'll be
Okay.
taken away as well. Those
It's
pre-existing
probably not
conditions,
lag.
insurance
It's
companies will
because like
love
you're
this.
watching
And
at the
so
same
it's
at the
just
same
not
time as we're
appropriate
talking on
to
it.
do
You
this
know.
before
Yeah,
this
but it's like
election.
I
If he
can definitely
wins
tell the
election
delay.
And the Senate is
I have no
Democrat or
chat delay on
Republican,
or any delay
then
for that
he
matter.
goes forward. If not, we
Yeah,
should
not
wait until
chat
February.
delay, but
There
audio
aren't
delay.
100
Like I'm
million
hearing
people
it
with
from.
pre-existing conditions. As far as the
Oh
Senate
yeah,
is
it's just a
concerned,
Discord
people
problem.
already
That's
had
what
their
Discord
say.
does.
They-
Like you hear
Okay.
you hear a
Justice
person's message
Ginsburg
like
said
1
very
second after they
powerfully,
say
very
it.
strongly. At some point,
No, this isn't a
10
second. This
years
is like
ago
a minute
or so,
after.
She
Oh,
said
damn.
the president and the Senate is elected for a period of time, but a president's elected for
I'm
4
hearing
years.
it on the
We're not
live
elected for 3
stream.
years. I'm not elected for 3 years. So we have the Senate, we have a president.
He's elected to the next
During
election.
that period of time, we have an opening. I'm not elected for 3 years. I'm elected for
I'm
4
also
years.
hearing your
And
delayed
100
response
million
too,
people-
Pontifex.
Joe, the 100
Yeah.
million people is totally wrong. I don't know where you got that number. The bigger problem that you have is that you're going to extinguish 180
Oh,
million
God, it's
people with their
cringe.
private health care that they're very
That's
happy
simply
with.
not true.
Well, you're certainly going to
Let-
socialist.
go
You're
ahead.
going to socialist
this
medicine.
we're now into, gentlemen, we're now into open discussion.
Open discussion.
Open discussion. Yes, I agree. Go ahead, Vice President.
Number
White.
one, he knows that what I proposed. What I proposed is
I think it might just be
we
best
expand
if we
Obamacare,
don't go on American
and
Farmer
we
Stream and if we
do
just
not
watch
wipe
the official
any- and
stream and
one
how
of
about we
the
Well,
react
how about
to
you
it on
just, like,
Discord,
hang up on
okay?
Discord?
Of my colleagues trying to win the
Bro,
nomination.
I
that
wouldn't be able
won.
to talk to you.
We're saying that Biden wanted to.
Okay, we'll
allow
just do
people
that
to have
then.
Private insurance still.
That's fine.
They can. They
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
They
Well,
will
what
under
I'm
my
saying is, how
proposal.
about we
Not what
watch
you've
the
said.
official
Understand
live
what
stream
your
and
party
react
said.
to it?
Yeah, and we all react to it
Doesn't
at the
say
same
your
time.
party
Yeah,
wants
sure,
to go
sure.
socialist
Yeah.
My
medicine.
party
Yeah,
is
and
me.
so I'm not
socialist
hearing
healthcare.
You know, like
any
ours a
They're
little
gonna
delayed,
dominate
but
you, Joe.
like
You
it
know
plays
that.
at the
I
same
am the
time as the
Democratic Party
stream.
right now. The platform of the
Bruh.
Not according
Democratic
to
Party.
Harris.
is
Your
what
internet's crap,
I,
Freenabo,
in
remember
fact, Approved of. What I
Yeah,
approved
my
of.
internet's
Now,
crap
here's the
because I
deal.
didn't pay
The
for
deal is
fiber
that
yet.
It's going to wipe out pre-existing
I
conditions. And by
can't
the
because
way,
I'm not an
the
adult.
20 the
I mean, I
200
had
Alright,
the letter
dude,
from
it's alright.
CBS
I
here
understand.
saying,
have died on his watch.
Let's keep
Yeah,
on top
yeah,
of it.
well-
How many of those
Yo,
have
well, yeah,
survived?
though.
Well, you
There's
said
7
COVID
million
drink.
people that contracted COVID.
First,
what does it mean for
First
them
official
going
topic, though.
forward
I
if
got
we
a
strike
question for
down
you, Rowan.
the
How fast
Affordable
is your
Care Act?
internet
Joe,
anyways?
you've had
50 to 70 megabytes a
308,000
second.
people
Like,
die
how
because
fast
you
in
couldn't provide
megabytes
them
per
proper
second?
health care in the military. So
What?
don't tell me
I'm
about
happy
this.
to talk about
And
this.
if you were here, you
Look,
it would
fast
be
is it again?
200. It would be 2 million people because you were very late on the draw. You
Late
didn't
on
want
the
me to
draw.
ban China, which was
Have
heavily
you ever done an
infected.
internet
You didn't
speed
want me to
test for you?
ban-
Like,
All right,
how
we're-
fast is your
gentlemen,
upload
Guys,
speed?
quiet,
was
please.
heavily
Mr. President,
You would have
Mr.
been much
President,
later, Joe.
Mr.
Much
President,
later.
Mr.
You're
President.
talking about 2 million
I
people.
know,
Mr.
but
President, as
I
a
just got a
moderator,
thing from TDS here, bro.
We are going to talk about COVID in the next
for
segment,
fiber.
but go ahead.
Let me finish. The point is
It's telling
that
me
the
that
president
we could
also
upgrade for
is
100
opposed to
MB some
Roe v.
BS.
Wade. That's on the
Megabytes per
ballot as
second.
well in the court. And so
Which
that's
is pretty
also at
damn
stake
fast.
right now. And so the election is
Compared to
all-
what we
You don't know it's on
have.
the ballot.
My
Come on,
dad
Why
paid
dude,
for
Freedom
the
Ball, stop, please.
Because
Why is it
you
on the
said
ballot? It's not on the
you're-
ballot.
I'm trying to listen to
It's
this.
on the ballot in the
I
court.
don't
getting
think
hot.
so.
In the court. Well,
There's nothing happening
Hey, Yoda,
there.
what's
Heated
up?
dip-
Donald, would you
And you
just be
don't
quiet
know
for a
her
minute?
view on Roe v. Wade. You
I
don't
don't
know her
know.
view.
Well, all right. Let's talk. We got a lot to unpack here, gentlemen. We got a lot of time. So, on health care, and then we'll come back to Roe v. Wade.
All right.
Mr. President, the Supreme Court will hear a case a week after the election in which the Trump administration, along with 18 state attorneys general, are seeking to overturn
That's right.
Obamacare, to end Obamacare. You have spent
Finally,
the last
getting
Because
rid
they
of
wanna give good
Obamacare.
health
If I
Jesus.
may ask my question, sir.
Didn't he?
Over
promised it like 4
the
years
last
ago.
4 years,
Yeah, he
you
did,
have
but he wasn't
promised
successfully
to repeal and
cock
replace
blocked him.
Obamacare, but you have
Yep.
never in these 4 years
Because of
come
course
up
they
with a
did. That's the
plan,
Dems way.
You
a
can't.
comprehensive plan
Yes,
to
I have.
replace Obamacare.
Of course I have.
Well, I'll
I
give
got
you
rid
an
of
opp-
the
I'm gonna-
individual
when I finish, I'm
mandate.
going to give you an
Excuse me.
opportunity.
I got
Boys, I say we talk more in depth after, but we keep our short comments, just like short, like for a second or two, we just say something and then
Yeah.
keep it short, sweet, and then we
Yeah,
talk
if
more
we're
about
gonna
it at
say
the end.
something like that.
Yeah, let's talk about it more at the end.
You'll wait until Joe to take a 10-minute break between questions.
Yes, yes.
and we will
I
protect
can't wait till
President,
Joe
I'm
puts a
the
mask
moderator of this
over his
debate,
eyes.
and I would like
like
you
he did
to
on one
ask
video.
my question, and then you can answer.
Go ahead.
You, in the course of these 4 years, have never come up with a comprehensive plan to replace Obamacare, and just this last Thursday,
I don't think he wants to
you
replace Obamacare. He just
signed a
wants. He
largely
wants to
symbolic
replace it,
executive
but with
order
nothing.
to
I don't
protect
think.
people with pre-existing conditions 5 days before this debate. So my question, sir, is what is the Trump health care plan?
Well, first of all, I guess I'm debating you, not him, but that's okay. I'm not surprised. Let me just tell you something. There's nothing symbolic.
Everybody
I'm
forget
cutting
about
drug
Nixon.
prices. I'm going with favored nations, which
Debating the
no president
moderator.
has the courage to do because you're going against big pharma. Drug prices will be coming down 80 or 90%.
Oh, drink.
You could have done it during your 47-year period in
I drank
government,
all
but
my
you didn't
milk
do it.
already, so I got nothing
Nobody's
left to
done
drink.
Damn it.
So we're cutting health care.
I legit had like half a
cliches are
insulin.
just so common,
I'll
you
give you an
finish your
example.
milk.
Insulin. It's
Yeah, I
Who needs
literally
a
had
drink
like
when-
I had like a freaking half of this, and
Who needs a
drank
drink
that.
when you have an?
all
needs
of
a
the
drink when you have
drugs
an
that
ice
what
cream
we're doing,
bar?
prescription
This
drug
post was
prices.
made by Ice
We're going
Cream
to allow
Bar
our
Gang.
governors now to go to other countries to buy drugs because
When in
they
fact-
pay just a tiny
As
fraction.
I say,
of
this
what
is
we do.
open discussion.
No,
let
but
me
this
ask
is
you about.
big.
You'll
This
be
is
happy,
big stuff.
sir. You'll be happy. I'm about to pick up on one of your points to ask the vice president, which is he points out
Ew,
that
no,
you
This
would
moderator
not
is
add a
dumb.
public option to Obamacare.
He's Chris Paul, what do you
And
expect?
The argument that he makes,
Yeah.
or the Republicans make,
Hi,
is
welcome
that
to the
that is
echo
going to
chamber.
end private insurance.
Yes.
and
Dude,
will-
Tucker Carlson for
Sorry,
debate
ask you a
moderator?
question.
Hell yeah.
It will end
Should've been.
private
Yes.
Yeah,
insurance.
should
Yes.
have been.
And private
Tucker
insurance and
Carlson for
create a
debate
government
moderator?
takeover of
Yes.
healthcare.
It does not. It's only for those people who are so poor they qualify for Medicaid.
Although
They
he
can
probably
get
wouldn't have
that
been allowed to
free
be the debate
in most states, except
moderator because
governors
the
who wanna
Democrats would
deny
say it'd be
people who are
rigged.
poor Medicaid. Anyone who qualifies for Medicare would, Medicaid
But-
would
but-
automatically be enrolled in the public option. The vast majority of the American people.
Why are
would
we talking
still
about
not
Bernie
be
Sanders?
In
Yeah,
that
exactly.
option, number one.
Joe, you
Number
agreed
two.
with Bernie
Number-
Sanders,
I-
who's
I
far
did-
left, on the manifesto
When
we
you-
got.
Oh my god.
Listen to him. The fact of the matter
He beat
is,
Bernie
I beat
Sanders
Bernie
by a
Sanders.
landslide.
Not
No,
by much.
Bernie
I
Sanders
beat
gave
him a
up.
whole hell of a lot. I'm here.
Not by
I'm
You
here
much.
didn't
standing
beat
facing
him. He
you, buddy.
Pocahontas
dropped
would have
out.
Left
Well,
2 days
I tell
early.
you,
You would have lost every primary.
All he knows how to
on
do
Super
is hurt.
Tuesday. You got
Look,
very lucky.
here's the deal. I got very lucky. I'm going to get very lucky tonight as well. And tonight I'm going to
Everything he's
Tonight I'm
saying
gonna be
is
very
simply a
lucky.
lie.
Here's the deal. The fact is that everything he's saying so far is simply a lie. I'm not here to call out his lies. Everybody knows he's a liar.
But you
I just
agree,
want to
and
make
Joe,
sure.
you're the liar.
I want to make sure.
Based.
You ordered last in your class,
Based.
first in your
I-
class.
But yeah, Trump doesn't know how to make
wanna
somebody
make
finish
sure-
a
President,
sentence.
can you let him finish?
That is kind of
He doesn't know
true.
how to do that.
Trump doesn't.
You know, you pick
Be surprised.
the
Go ahead,
wrong
Joe.
guy, the wrong night, the
Biden
wrong
says
time.
it's true, so we must believe
Bernie
it.
Sanders said the
The
manifesto.
whole idea.
let him-
disavowing it.
There is no manifesto. Number
Please
one.
let him speak, Mr.
Number
President.
two.
Literally the Communist
Number
Manifesto. You
two,
can't deny that.
You just lost the left. You agreed with
can't
Bernie
either.
Sanders on a plan
Folks,
absolutely
folks,
agreed
do you have
to,
any
and under that
idea
plan,
what
you have
this clown's
socialized, they
doing?
call it
Mr.
Do you
Mr.
have any
President,
do?
socialized medicine.
Oh, now
Mr.
he's
President,
talking
Tell
like
you what,
Bernie
He
Sanders.
is not
We need to
for
have
any
people
help
have
for
health care.
people needing
Like
health
I'm Bernie
Because
Sanders.
because he, in fact, already
Did I make a good
has
Bernie
cost
Sanders
10 million
impersonation?
people the
Yes, you
healthcare
did.
That they had from
We
their
need
employers
free
because
healthcare.
of his recession. Number one. Number two, there are 20 million people getting health care through Obamacare now that he wants to take it away.
I copied
He
it because of
won't
watching
look you in the eye and
Freedom
say that's
Tunes
what he
where
wants
Bernie
to do.
Sanders acts and
Take
like,
it away.
we gotta
wanna give them
Number
better
three.
talk like this.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this for a sec. I don't think he wants to take it away. I think he wants to like either fix it or just get rid of it and replace it with something better, or just get rid of it altogether. To be honest.
At a much lower price
But-
because
and by the way,
Obama
Yeah,
he
Trump
doesn't
said
know how-
repeal and
he doesn't know how
replace.
to do
I've already
that.
fixed it.
He has never
I've
offered
already
a
fixed
plan.
it to an
Obamacare
extent.
He
sucks
has
anyways.
never done a
As
single.
you individual
Yeah, we could
mandate.
replace
We
with something
guaranteed
better.
pre-existing conditions, but
Yeah.
took away the individual
Or how about
mandate.
no health care at all and just
Listen, this is
let
the
them
way it
die?
is. And that destroyed.
Well, we should have a
that- they
safety
shouldn't even
net
call it
because
Obamacare.
honestly,
Then I had a
like,
choice to make. Do I let my people run it really well?
you can't really pull yourself up from
or
the
badly?
bootstraps
if I run
if
it
you're
badly,
if you're
they'll
homeless and
probably
dying of
blame
a
me,
heart
but they'll blame me,
attack.
but more importantly, I want
Yeah.
to help people.
I-
Okay. I said
I
you
was
gotta run it
joking,
so well.
Pontifex. I was
And I
joking. I
just
know
had
you're
a
as
meeting
much
with
as a
them.
normal
They said
person
the
as
problem
we
is,
are.
no
You're
matter
just
how well you run
using your
Obamacare,
disguise in
it's a
front of
disaster.
fascists.
It's too
I get it.
expensive.
I got you.
Premiums
I
are
got
too
it.
high, and
That's
it
what his
doesn't work.
people- that's what
So
his people
we
say.
do want to
No,
get
no.
rid of it.
Dude, how many
Listen,
fascists are
we
watching
wanna
the
get rid of
stream?
it.
Literally,
understand
one
it's something,
person
but I
is
have to,
watching
I
it.
have to give you roughly equal time.
One
Please
person is watching
let
it?
the
Let me
vice
see.
president talk.
Good.
It's like, please
has
let
no
the vice
plan for
president
healthcare.
talk.
Because
And Trump's
he
like,
Please.
excuse
sends
me?
out
I don't think
wishful
so.
Thinking. He has executive orders that have no power. He hasn't lowered drug costs for anybody. He's been promising.
He hasn't
a healthcare
lowered drug
plan
costs. Yeah,
since he
okay,
got
that's wrong.
elected. He has not. Like almost everything else he
Did
talks
you ever
about.
even
He
watch the
does
State of the
not have a
Union,
plan.
Joe Biden?
He doesn't
Did you
have a
forget about
plan.
that?
And the fact is, this man doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right.
He's-
Dude,
One
Joe
final
Biden just said
question
Trump
for
doesn't know what
you,
he's talking about.
Mr. Vice President. If Senate Republicans,
Yo, guys, chill. I
we're
want to hear
talking
what Biden
originally about the
says.
Supreme Court here.
So I can
if
shit
Senate
on it.
Republicans go ahead and confirm Justice Barrett, there has been talk about ending the filibuster or even packing the court, adding to the 9 justices there. You call this a distraction by the president, but in fact, it wasn't brought up by the president. It was brought up by some of your Democratic colleagues in the Congress. So my question to you is, you have refused in the past to talk about it. Are you willing to tell the American people tonight whether or not you will support either ending the filibuster or packing the court?
Whatever position I take on that, that'll become the issue. The issue is the American people should speak. You should go out and vote. You're in voting now. Vote and let your senators know how strongly you feel.
He's just telling people to vote for Trump.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, guys, yo, I'm Joe Biden, and I want you to vote Trump.
Why would you answer that
Because
question?
the question is,
In a nutshell, that's what's going to happen.
Well, you-
Vote how strongly you
Who is
feel.
on your
Okay,
list,
Biden
Joe?
will vote for
This is
Trump.
on your
All
list.
right, gentlemen, I think
this
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He's going to pack the
unprecedented.
court.
We have
and
ended.
I'm
No,
not
no.
going to give a list.
We have ended this segment.
didn't
We're gonna
really
move
answer
on to
his
the second
question,
segment.
though.
They've ended this segment. What do you mean? It's just getting started.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is he didn't answer the question. He didn't
47
say if he
years
was
you've
pro
done
or
nothing.
anti-filibuster.
All right. The second
Dude,
subject,
Trump is absolutely
COVID-19,
shitting on
is
Biden.
an
I love
awfully serious
this.
subject,
This is
so
hilarious, dude.
let's try to be serious about it. We have had
He's like,
more than
let's try to be
7
serious
million
about it.
cases of coronavirus
The moderator's
in the
such a
United States,
dumbass.
and more than 200,000 people have
Chris
died.
Wallace,
Even
you idiot.
after we produce a vaccine,
What'd he get from
experts say
CBS?
that it could be months or even years
He's from Fox
before
News,
we
and
come
he
back to
sucks.
anything
Oh.
approaching normal. My
Then I
question
don't think
for
he's
both
the
of
most
you is,
conservative
based
person on
what you have
Fox News. I'd
said
rather have Tucker
and
Carlson.
Yeah,
done
totally.
so
Tucker
far,
Carlson,
and what you
definitely.
have said you would do starting in
Yeah, he'd make a better
2021,
moderator.
Why should the American people trust you more than your
This guy might
opponent
as well be on
to
CNN.
deal with this public health crisis going forward?
Public
In this
health
case,
crisis. This isn't a
the
crisis.
question
This
goes
is a
to
flu.
You first, sir. 2 minutes uninterrupted.
Good luck.
It's a pandemic.
200,000 dead.
Yeah, whatever you
As
want
you
to
said,
call
over
it. It's
7
not.
million
It's not
infected in the
the
United
plague.
States. We, in fact, have
It is a pandemic, though.
4% of the world's population, 20% of the deaths.
Somehow the flu wasn't a
40,000
pandemic, and we just
people
reached our
a day
millionth death.
are contracting COVID.
40,000
that,
people a day.
About between 750 and 1,000 people a day are dying.
It wasn't 40.
When he was presented with that
Biden,
number, he
it
said,
wasn't
is
40,000
what it
people a
is.
day.
Well, it is what it is because you are who you are. That's why it is. The president has
Joe Biden,
no
what are you going to do about
plan.
COVID? You
He
can't
hasn't
sit on a
laid
moral
out
high ground
anything.
and say that you're
He
going to do
knew
better
all
than
the way
Trump.
back in
That's
February how
ridiculous.
serious this crisis
You're just going to
was.
violate more
He
personal
knew it was
liberties.
a
That's all you're
deadly
going to do.
disease. What did he do?
Yeah.
He's on tape as acknowledging he knew it.
Honestly,
He
like,
said he didn't tell us
what I
or
think
give
he's gonna
people a
do is
warning
just
of it
shove
because he
COVID
didn't
infected
want to
into like
panic in
nursing
America.
homes, like
Yeah,
Cuomo
yep,
did.
like
Don't
Cuomo
panic.
did. Yep,
He
exactly.
panicked. In addition to
It's
that,
going to be exactly
why
like
we
Cuomo,
hate
probably.
he went in and he.
That's why we
was
hate him.
Insisting that the Chinese,
Yeah.
Yeah.
people we had on the ground
think
in
Baker
China
did
should be
that
able to go
too.
to Wuhan and determine for
Jesus.
themselves how dangerous this was. He did not even ask Xi to do that. He told us what a great job Xi was doing.
Jesus, this
He
fucking
said we
ice cream
owe
bar
him a
is so
debt of
good. It's
gratitude
mango.
for being so transparent with us. And what did he do then? He then did nothing. He waited and waited and waited. He still doesn't have a plan. I laid out back
He's
in
like doing
March
the old wrong.
exactly what we should be doing.
He's saying
I
wrong,
laid out
just like
again in
2016
July
again.
what we should be doing. We should be providing all
Wrong.
the protective
Biden
gear costs.
is
We should
kinda
be
wrong,
providing the
though.
money that
Yeah,
costs
literally.
in order to be able to go out and get people the help they need to keep their businesses
You're
open.
wrong when Donald
Open
Trump
schools
is
that cost
calling
a
you
lot
out.
of money.
Yeah.
You should get out of your bunker and get out of the sand trap and get in your golf course and go in the Oval Office and bring together the Democrats and Republicans and fund what needs to be done now to save lives.
So if
Save
we
what
would have
lives?
listened
Wait,
to
wait.
you,
You have 2 minutes, sir.
You have 2 minutes,
we
sir.
would have listened to you, the country would have
Trump
been left
just, like,
wide
doesn't care.
open. Millions of people would have died, not 200,000, and one person is too much. It's China's fault. It should have never happened. They
Yep, it
stopped
is
it
China's
from
fault.
going in, but it was China's fault. And by the way, when you talk about numbers, you don't know how many people died in China. You don't know how many people died in Russia. You don't know how many people died in India. They don't exactly give
He
you
has a
straight
sad
count, just so
puppy
you
dog
understand.
face.
But
Yep.
you look at what we've done. I closed it.
Look at
and
that
you said he's
face.
xenophobic. He's a racist. Xenophobic. Because you didn't think we should have closed our country.
Wait, no, just
Wait a
it's
minute.
his 2 minutes.
You didn't think we should have
Dude, he's
closed
looking
our
at
country
notes.
because you thought it was too it was
He's
terrible.
like,
You
I am
thought it was
regretting
for
this
another
life
2 months.
decision of running
By
for
my doing
president
it
while I
earlier,
have,
Dr. Fauci said,
like,
President
literally,
Trump saved
I
thousands of
literally
lives.
have
Many
brain
of you
cancer.
What was that
governors said,
sad? What was that
President
sad
Trump did a
puppy dog
phenomenal
face
job.
though?
We worked with the governor. Oh, really? Go take a look. The governors said
The
I did
guy's
a
laughing
phenomenal
now.
job. Most of them said that. In fact, people that would not be necessarily on my side said that. President Trump did a phenomenal job. We did. We got the gowns. We got the masks. We made the ventilators. You wouldn't have made ventilators. And now we're weeks away from a vaccine. We're
And this
doing
is just the
therapeutics
first
already.
presidential
Fewer
debate. There's
people
gonna
are
be a
dying
lot
when
more.
They get sick. Far fewer people are dying.
This guy isn't
We've
even
done a great
debating it.
job.
He's
The
just
only thing
taking
I
it.
haven't done a good job, and that's because of the fake news. No
Look
matter
at that
what you say
face,
to them,
though.
They give you bad press. and It's just fake
just looks
news.
like some
They give
glum
you
old
good
man.
press. They give me bad press because that's the way it is,
Oh, God.
unfortunately. But let me just tell
He
you
looks
something.
like
I don't
the
care.
saddest
I got you.
excuse
Trump
of
is
a
just
man.
walking all
You
over
could
his
never
dumb
have
ass.
done the job that we did. You don't have it in your blood. You could have never done that job.
I know how to do the job. I know how to get the job
Well, you didn't
done.
do very well in swine flu. H1N1. You were a disaster.
Swine
No,
flu.
more
Chief of
people-
Staff said you were a disaster.
14,000 people died, not 200,000. There was
A
no
very-
economic recession.
Sir, you made a
There was-
far
wait, no,
less
there was no
lethal
recession.
I
disease.
finished
You
all
made a
my
point, let
seltzer.
him
It's a
answer.
1 liter
No
bottle.
one-
Holy
no,
shit,
we
there's
didn't
so
shut
many
Are you
down.
okay?
cliches.
Are you
This is
okay,
his
bro?
economy. He shut down.
Yeah, dude, I
The
got
reason it
drunk
shut
on
down is
seltzer.
because,
Sam
look,
It should have been
Pellegrino
Coke.
made me
Dude, you
drunk.
should have
This
gotten some
morning
Coke, bro. That would have
and
been
had an
better.
empty chair at the kitchen table.
No, man, I
Someone
wouldn't.
died
I
of
wouldn't
COVID.
want to do lines
How
during
many
a
of you were in a
debate.
situation where you lost your mom or dad and you couldn't even speak to them? You had a nurse holding a phone up so you could. in
La,
fact,
la,
say
la,
goodbye.
la,
You lost
la.
far
How
more
many
people.
percent?
Far
Okay.
more people.
Oh no.
You would have been
And by the way,
months late.
your own,
You were
his
months behind me,
his
Joe.
own CDC director says we could lose as many as another 200,000 people between now and the end of the year. And he said, if we just wear a mask, we can save half those numbers. Just,
Dude,
just a mask.
are you gonna really,
And by the way,
Biden? Are you
in
really gonna
terms
sit
of
here and tell
the
me that you're
Why?
gonna make a
notion of
federal
vaccine,
mandate for masks?
we're
That's
for a vaccine,
ridiculous,
but
dude.
I don't trust
That
him at
is
all.
literally
Nor do
the
you. I know
biggest
you don't. What we trust is a
anti-personal
scientist.
liberties
You don't
thing
trust
ever.
Johnson
Fauci.
& Johnson, Pfizer?
And
I honestly
Well,
think the
and
vaccine
let
would
me-
work.
Let me move on to
My IRL
questions
friends
about
and I
the
are
future,
just
'cause
here
you
in
both have
Discord
touched
servers
on one
shitting
of
on
the-
both of them.
Two of the questions I'm going to ask.
Of course they are.
Focusing on the future first.
They're
President
shitting
Trump,
on Trump
you
too.
have repeatedly
Yeah,
either
they're planning to just
contradicted or
write their
been at
names on their
odds with some
ballots.
of your government's own top scientists. The week before last, the head of the Centers for Disease Control, Dr. Redfield, said it would be summer.
Honestly, I
before
don't think
the
Trump's
vaccine
made any mistakes.
200,000 more
become
people aren't
generally
gonna die from
available
COVID. That's
to
ridiculous.
The public. You said that he was confused and mistaken. mistaken. Those were your two words.
Yeah.
But Dr. Slaoui, the head of your Operation Warp Speed, has said exactly the same thing. Are they both wrong?
Well, I've spoken to the companies, and we can have it a lot sooner. It's a very political thing because people like this would rather make it political than save lives. It is a very political thing. I've spoken to
What is the,
Pfizer, I've spoken
disease
to
that
all
Biden
the
has
people
again?
that you have to speak to. We have great
Dementia?
Moderna,
Oh, yeah, he has, like,
Johnson &
dementia.
Johnson, and
Yeah,
others.
this
They
dude.
can go faster
My
than
grandpa
that by a
has
lot.
dementia.
Become very
Oof.
political.
It's a
because
serious
the
thing.
left,
Yeah,
or
it
I don't know
is.
if I call
So
them
you're
left, I don't know
suggesting
what
that
I
the
call
head
them.
of
You
your
start
Operation
forgetting
Warp Speed,
names.
Dr.
I
Slaoui,
disagree with him.
I think
No,
he's
disagree
forgetting
with
his
both of them.
line.
And he didn't say that. He said it could be there, but it could also be much sooner. I had him in my office 2 days ago.
He talked about the summer, sir, before it's generally available.
Yeah, he's looking around the
He
room.
said it's a possibility that
Where's
we'll
the
have
script?
the answer before November 1st. It could also
I'm
be
talking about
after
when it's
that.
generally available,
It-
not
well,
when
I
we're
wanna
gonna
see him
deliver
shit
it
his
right
pants
away. We
on
have the
stage.
military
Yeah,
all
me
set
too.
up logistically. They're all set up. We
I
have our
I
military
told
that
my
delivers
dad. I
soldiers,
talked
and
to
they
my
can do
dad about that at
200,000
like
a day.
7,
They're going to be
7
delivering
p.m.
man
I
It's
told
all
dad
set
to
up.
tune into the
By
debate
Easter,
because
this
I
will
want
be
to see
gone
Joe
away.
Biden shit his
By
pants.
the warm weather, it'd be gone. Miraculous, like America. And by the way, maybe you could inject some bleach in your arm, and that would take
Oh, yeah. Biden,
That
why don't
was
you
said
inject some bleach
sarcastically.
in your arm? That sounds like a
I-
great
I
That was
idea.
said
And so
sarcastically.
here's the deal. This man is talking about a vaccine. Every serious company is talking about maybe having a vaccine done by the end of the year. But the distribution of that vaccine will not occur until sometime beginning or the middle of next year to get it out, if we get the vaccine. And pray God we will. Pray God we will.
Mr. Vice President, I want to pick up
You'll have
on
the
that.
vaccine
I
sooner
want to
than
pick
that.
up on this
What?
question.
What
though.
if
You
the
say
scientists
public
trust President
can
Trump?
trust the scientists, but they can't trust President Trump. In fact, you said that again tonight. Your running mate, Senator Harris, goes further, saying the public health experts, quote, will be muzzled, will be suppressed. Given the fact that polls already show that people are concerned about the vaccine and are reluctant to take it, are you
They
and
are
your running mate,
contributing to
Senator
the
Harris,
fear.
contributing to that fear?
No more than the question you just asked him. You pointed out. He puts pressure.
They
He
are
disagrees
contributing
with
to the
his
fear of
own
vaccines,
scientists.
though.
But you're
If
saying
Trump
you
says
can't
the
trust
vaccine's
Senator
going to
Harris is
work,
saying you can't
I
trust
don't
the
doubt
scientists.
him.
Well, no, you can trust the scientists. She didn't say that. You can't trust
She
the
said the public health
Did say
experts,
that.
quote, will be muzzled, will be suppressed.
Well, that's what he's going to try to do. But there's millions of scientists, there's thousands of scientists out there, like here at this great hospital, that don't work for him. Their job doesn't depend on him. That's not. They're the
Well,
people.
technically, their
and
jobs
by
do
the way,
depend on
The
him because
scientists
they're a
that are in
government
charge,
job.
They will have the vaccine very
Does-
soon.
Let him finish.
Do you believe for a moment
Except
what
if
he's
they're a
telling you,
privatized
in
business
light
or
of
not?
Yes,
all the
yes.
lies he's told you about the whole issue relating to COVID?
Speaking
He still
about
Lies.
government,
What lies? Please tell
He
me.
knew this was happening.
Hey,
knew how
Rowan,
dangerous it was
speaking
gonna
about
be
government
back in
companies,
February,
which government
and he
agency
didn't
do you hate the
even
most?
Tell you. He's on
I'll
record.
name the one that I
ATF.
hate the
He
most.
panicked, or he just
Planned
looked at the stock
Parenthood.
market.
I hate Planned
Okay, that one
Parenthood the
too.
most.
Guess what?
That
A
one
lot
too.
of
Planned
people
Parenthood's a
died.
private
And a lot
corporation,
more are gonna
though.
die unless
Yeah,
Yeah, but it
but they
gets
get
money
government
from the
money.
government.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're technically a
You used the
government
word
agency. I'd
what?
say that as well. They're
Yeah, they are
close tie with the
technically-
Went to
ATF.
Delaware State, but you
I
forgot the
mean,
name
just
of your
review
college.
Freedom
Didn't go to
Tunes'
Delaware
opinion
State.
on
You
it. Seamus
graduated
Culligan or whatever.
Either the
Remember,
lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't
Hey,
ever use that
Nathan,
word
long
with
time no
me.
see.
Don't ever use that word.
Oh,
Yo,
God.
Remember,
Pontifex.
You know what?
Pontifex.
There's nothing smart
Yeah.
about you, Joe.
Huh?
47
My
years
friend Nate, he has a profile picture of Hitler.
had the
Oh,
charge.
oh God,
of
that's
what
gonna
I
get you
was put through.
demonetized.
Close, the greatest economy in the history of our country. And by the way, now it's being built.
Get ready for the
up.
demonetization.
Economy
I
in
mean,
the
you
next
can't get
segment.
monetized anyways, but you might
It's
get your
going up
channel
fast.
taken
Okay.
down.
When it comes
Yeah.
to how the virus has been handled so far, the two of you have taken very different approaches. And
Welcome
this
to the
is going
stream,
to
Nate.
affect how the virus is handled.
Creepy
going
Joe
forward
versus
by
Donald Dumpf.
Whichever of you ends up
Hey,
becoming the next
hey,
president.
Nate. Hey,
I wanna
Nate, I got
quickly
something
go
to say
through
to you.
several of
Welcome
those.
to the
Three
bread bank.
openings.
We sell
Vice
bread,
President Biden,
we
you
sell
have
loaves.
been much more
Toast it,
reluctant than
roast
President
it.
Trump
Shut the
about
fuck up.
reopening the economy and schools.
True, though.
Why so?
Because he doesn't have a
No,
plan.
no, no,
If
no,
I
no.
were running
All
All right,
Welcome
guys,
to the
stop,
bread
stop,
bank.
stop.
plan
This is
You've
debate
got
time.
to provide these businesses
all
the
right,
ability
we
can
to
talk
get
after.
to be able to reopen with the PPE,
All right.
as well as with the sanitation.
commentary.
they need. You have to
Tell
provide
that
them
to Nancy
plastic.
Pelosi.
Well, he's
Nancy Pelosi.
Tell it to
The-
Nancy
the-
Pelosi.
and-
Sure,
don't you mean boner
Nancy
shrinker?
Pelosi and she-
Yeah, exactly.
He won't even meet with
My
them.
mom
The
gave
Republicans won't meet
Nancy
in the
Pelosi
Senate.
that nickname.
And he sits,
Bone
he sits on his
restrainer.
golf course. And, well, I mean,
Yeah.
literally, think about it.
You probably.
What do you think of that, Pontifex?
What about this question of
Pretty
reopening?
funny.
And the
Dude,
He
like,
wants to shut down
her head
this
is
country.
so full of
And I
Botox.
wanna keep it
I
open.
think it's
And
affected
we
her
did it
brain
right
at this
there.
point.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Wait a minute, John. Let me shut
There's
you down
another
for a
name
second,
that
Jeff,
Nancy
just for 1
Pelosi was
second.
also given, and it is
We want
fake
to-
Indian or
He wants to
Fohican.
shut down the country. We
Yeah.
just went through it. We had to because we didn't know anything about the disease. Now we found
Because she says she's
that elderly
fair.
Yeah,
people with
that
heart
Biden would most
problems
definitely
and,
shut down the country
diabetes and
again.
different problems are
Big
very,
diabetes.
Very vulnerable. We learned a lot. Young children aren't. Even younger people aren't. We've learned a lot. But he wants to shut
Remember
it down.
name
More
diabetes.
people will be hurt by continuing. If you look at Pennsylvania, if you look at certain states that have been shut down, they have Democrat governors all. One of the reasons they're shut down is because they want to keep it shut down until
Yeah,
after the
Democrat
election.
governors keep their
November
states
3rd.
shut down while
Because
Republican
it's a political
governors
one.
reopen their
But
states.
those-
But those states are not doing well that are shut down
which is
right
gotta
now.
respond to that.
Wants to
President
shut down
Trump,
the
you
whole
have
country.
begun to increasingly question the effectiveness of masks as a disease preventer. And in fact, recently
Yeah.
you have cited
Why don't you
the
question
issue
that?
of-
That's
of
reasonable.
waiters touching their masks and touching plates.
He just picked
Are
his
you
nose.
questioning
No, I think
Wait,
the
Biden
I
mask-
did?
just saw him pick
You
his
have to
nose.
understand, if you
Oh,
look at
yeah.
the
I
mask
just-
right here. I put a mask
Oh,
on it,
God.
when I think I need it. Tonight,
He's
as an
just
example,
smiling.
everybody's had a test, and you've had social distancing and all of the things that you have to. But I
Just
wear
like your
masks
rallies.
when needed. When needed, I wear masks.
Okay, let me ask.
I don't wear masks like him. Every time you see him, he's got a mask. He could be speaking 200 feet away from it. He shows up with the biggest mask I've ever seen. I will say
Vice
this.
President Biden, go ahead, sir.
Look, the way to open businesses is give them the wherewithal to be able to open. We provided
Jeez.
money. The
But I
Congress,
was asking you, sir, about masks.
Thanks.
well, masks make a big difference. His own head of the CDC said if we just wore masks between now, everybody wore masks
no.
and social distance between now and January, we'd probably save up to 100,000 lives.
They have said the
matters.
And
opposite
they've also
too.
said the
Matters.
opposite.
Dude, they're
They
not
will
going to
say-
save
no-
up. Dude,
no
I
serious
don't even
person
think
said the
100,000
opposite.
people are going
No-
to die by
Well,
the
listen
time we
to
get to
Dr.
January.
Fauci. Dr. Fauci said the
He
opposite.
did not
I
say
wanna
We've
ask
that.
you,
already
we
had
got
a
very
million
strong
deaths
minute left in
worldwide.
this
Masks
segment.
are not good.
And
Then he changes
In our
Marcus
own country, we
administration.
really,
I'm okay with
you know,
masks.
compared
I'm
to the
not
size of our
One last
population, haven't really
subject
had that
because
many.
Your different approaches
We've had
has even affected the way
200,000
that
deaths
you
in
have
our
campaigned.
Yeah,
country so
you know,
far.
and that's, you know, we're near the end of our year now, so, you know,
outside.
Yeah.
Outside, yes, sir.
really not
Agreed.
that much.
Vice President
If you think
Biden,
about it.
you are
Honestly,
holding
Rowan,
much
I'm
more
gonna
And
tell
you know what?
this in Pond-
Oh wait, whoops.
events with
Because nobody will
Yeah,
show
well,
up.
I'm gonna
People
say
with
this as a quick
Wait,
thing.
Nobody
though.
shows up to his rallies.
All right.
This
In any case,
coronavirus is
why
more
you
infectious
holding
than
the
it
big
is
rallies,
deadly.
why you
Unless it
not?
mutates, we should be more concerned about its infection rate.
Yeah.
Worried
Great
about a
job
spreading
as a
disease?
president, and I'll have 25,
And
35,000
viruses can
people show
mutate to
up
become more
at
deadly,
airports.
okay?
We
Yeah.
use airports
Are you
and
not worried
hangars,
about
and we
the
have a
disease
lot of
issues,
people.
sir?
Well, so far we have had no problem whatsoever. It's outside. That's a big difference, according to the experts. And we do them outside. We have tremendous crowds, as you see. I mean, every
Yeah, Trump
and
rallies are
literally on
pretty
20
pretty massive, not going to lie, compared to
Joe
Biden
does
rallies.
the circles and has 3 people someplace.
Okay.
By the way, did
That-
you
that-
did
You know what? Some of the
one
biggest
last big
rallies,
he had?
Black Lives Matter
And the
rallies. I'm
reporter
just
came
saying
up
that
to
right
him to
now.
ask him about it. He said,
Yeah.
No. Stand back. Put on your mask.
I've
Put
saw
on a
Black
mask.
Lives Matter rallies
been
bigger
tested.
than Trump rallies.
I'm way far away
That's
from those
quite
other
sad.
people. That's what he said. I can't. I'm going to be okay. He's not worried about you. He's not worried about the people out there breathing in one another.
We've had no
or
negative
cheek to
effect.
jowl. No negative effect.
We've
Come
had
on.
no negative
Dude,
effect. And
if
we've
you
had
go in
35,
and you
40,000.
choose not
do
to
wanna
wear a
end this
mask,
rally.
that's
Yes,
your
let's
problem.
finish up
And if
'cause
you
I
get
wanna move
COVID,
on to our
well,
next
you
Yes, I
chose.
would. He's been totally
you know,
Biden-
irresponsible
that's
in the way in which he has handled
Biden, that's
social
totally
distancing,
irresponsible.
the people wearing masks,
Starts picking his
basically
nose like a
encouraging them not to.
4-year-old.
All right, he's a fool.
If you could get the crowds, you would have done the same thing. But you can't. Nobody cares.
Gentlemen, can we move on to the
Nobody cares.
gentlemen? Can we move on to the economy?
Yes.
The
He's like, let's
economy
move on to the economy.
is,
All
I
right,
think
this will
it's
be
fair to say,
good.
recovering faster than expected from the shutdown.
Much faster.
In the second quarter, the unemployment rate fell to 8.4% last month. The Federal Reserve says the hit to growth, which is going to be there, is not going to be nearly as big as they had expected.
Oh, huh.
President Trump, you say we are in a V-shaped recovery. Vice President Biden, you say it's more of a K-shape. What difference does that mean
how would a
to the
K-shape work on a
American people in
graph?
terms of the economy?
Exactly.
President Trump, in this segment, you go first.
So we built the greatest
I
economy in
think he
history.
doesn't
We
know
closed it
what
down
you
because
ca-
of
I
the
can-
I don't
Not
think
applaud.
Biden knows
When
what
the plague
economics
came
are,
in, we
guys.
closed
Remember
it
that. He
down,
has
which was
dementia.
very hard
He's kind of retarded.
psychologically to do. He didn't think we should close it
Can
down.
we,
He was wrong.
Imagine
Again,
if Ben
2
Shapiro
million
was
people
reviewing
would be
this right
dead
now.
now.
Oh, if
Okay,
Ben
but
Shapiro was
Still,
moderator, dude, that would
204,000
be.
people
I'd
is
love
too
that.
much
That would be
one person.
hilarious.
Should have never
Like-
happened from
Or
China.
just
Like, regardless if you
How
like-
about both?
Regardless if you like Ben Shapiro or not, I would just love to see how hilarious. That would just be hilarious, wouldn't you think, Pontifex?
How?
What?
Wouldn't it be funny if Ben Shapiro moderated this one? Be pretty funny, not gonna lie.
Honestly, maybe.
people between drugs and alcohol and depression. When you start shutting it down, you take a
Or
look at what's happening
or
at
if you
some
had
of
like Seth
Or
MacFarlane.
both of
do
them
it.
was,
tough
or
shutdowns.
or
And I'm
both
telling
of
you,
them
it's
were
because
moderating.
they
Is
don't wanna
Stephen
open
Crowder,
it. One
Tucker
of them
Carlson,
came
and
out
Ben
last
Shapiro
week.
Oh, yeah.
moderating this?
Oh, we're
Yeah,
gonna open up
Steven
November
Crowder
9th,
would be
November 9th,
fired.
because it's after the election. They think they're hurting us.
What about
by
Alex
keeping it
Jones?
closed. They're hurting people.
Alex
They know what
Jones.
to do.
Yes.
They can
Alex
social
Jones would be the
distance.
best moderator.
Yes. Yes.
Nobody would pay attention to
open
debate.
these
Everybody
states
would
up.
turn
When you
for
look
for
at
him.
North Carolina, when you look at these governors are under siege.
Oh, God, I
Pennsylvania,
think I know how that's gonna
Michigan, and
go.
a couple of others.
Yo,
You gotta
Biden's
open
turning
these
the
states up.
frickin'
It's
frogs
not fair.
gay.
You're talking about
Do
almost
you
it's like being in
understand
prison.
that?
And you look at
Frickin'
what's going
frogs
on with
gay.
divorce. Look at what's going on with
right, guys, stop.
alcoholism and drugs. It's a very, very sad thing. And he'll close down the whole country. This guy will close down the whole country and destroy our country. Our country is coming back incredibly well, setting records as it does it. We don't need somebody to come in and say, let's shut it down.
All right. Your 2 minutes, sir. We're now moved to you.
Farmer, look at the
As I
Discord
said, posing the
chat.
question, the president says it's a V-shaped recovery.
Let me
You say
hear
it's
it.
That's a bad
K-shaped
joke, dude.
recovery. What's the difference?
Wait, why is
Difference is
Hans in my server,
Millionaires and
dude?
billionaires like him.
Who's
In the
Hans?
middle of the COVID crisis.
Don't you know
have done
Hans?
very well.
No.
Billionaires.
You
are
said he was a
great,
guy
have
that like made
another
some weird
$300
Kaiserreich
billion
thing.
because of his profligate
What?
tax proposal.
He has
and
a
he only
like
focus
a.
on the market. But you
Look
folks
at my
home,
disc. Oh wait, you're not
you
even in my
folks living
server.
in Scranton and Claymont and
Yeah.
all the small towns. and
Here,
working
look
class
who
towns in
joined,
America.
and tell me if that's
How
a
well are you
threat.
doing? This guy paid
Well.
a total of $750 in
I'm
taxes.
banned.
Sir, wait, no, sir.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you banned me from there like a while ago.
Oh yeah, you raided my server, you ding dong.
in a way that he's going to be the first president of the United States to leave office having fewer jobs in his administration.
Dude, there's this guy named
than when he became
Hans.
president.
9534.
Than when he became president. First one in American history. Secondly,
see.
the people who
Imagine
have
if the
lost
tag
their
was just
jobs are
935.
those people who have been on the front lines.
Is that
Those
somebody you
people
know,
who
dude?
have been
Didn't do-
saving our lives.
I
No,
don't
no,
know.
no,
Can
no,
I
that's
see
a
his
college.
PFP?
It's PFP as a red background with like some Nazi. With like an officer cap.
Okay, so the,
Freedom Ball.
That's probably someone I know.
Freedom
Yeah.
Ball. Screenshot that and send it to Pontifex.
In the United States. of
Oh
America. He
shit! Look,
wants to
wait.
open it up more.
I'm not even
Why
on
does he wanna
Discord,
open it
okay.
up? Why
What
doesn't he
happened?
take care of the
Screenshot.
American- You can't
Click
fix
on
the
that Hans
economy
guy that just
until
joined.
you
Screenshot
fix
his
the COVID
profile
crisis.
thing
and he has
and
no
send it to
intention of
Pontifex.
doing anything
I want to know if
about
that
making it
guy's bad
better
or not.
for you all at home in terms of your health.
Because,
and
I mean,
your
it's
safety.
been a long time
Schools.
since I
Why
talked
aren't
to the only
schools
Hans
open?
I know.
Because it costs a
Oh
lot
God!
of
It
money
looks
to
like
open
a Hitler
safely.
Youth
You know,
member.
They were going to give his administration going to give the teachers. and
looks
school
like a Hitler
students
Youth
masks.
member
that Yeah,
And they
Jesus.
decided,
doll.
no, couldn't do that.
Wait,
because it's
no,
not
that
a
isn't even a
national
real
emergency.
Nazi officer.
Not
That's a
national
propag-
emergency.
that's a
They've done
propaganda
nothing to
poster,
help small
definitely.
businesses. Nothing. They're closing. 1 in 6
That
is
is
now
not a real
gone.
person.
He ought
That's
to
an
get
illustration.
on the job
Anyways,
and take care
here's
of
the
the needs of
picture.
the American people so we can
Tell
open
us if he's
safely.
trouble.
Your time is up, sir. We are going to get to.
I
We're
have
going
to
Yep,
respond
that's
to
him.
that.
Well, you both had.
Want me
2
to ban
minutes,
him?
sir.
Excuse me, he made
Do
a
it.
statement.
Yeah, he's a
Actually, so
fucking
did he.
glowy. Ban him.
Glowy? What does that mean?
So basically, he acts extremely edgy online to the point where he'll do something. Like, Knox almost called the FBI on this kid.
Okay.
Okay.
Just ban him. Just
Wait.
ban him.
Wait, no. Let me do the honors of banning him.
All right,
because
fine.
I
You haven't
wanna-
really banned anybody, so you can do that.
By the way,
Yeah,
I brought back
ban.
Big Ten football.
And my
It
notice
was
for
me,
banning
and
is
I'm very happy to do it.
Glowy.
fascist pig.
People in
No,
Ohio
no,
are
I'm
very
putting down
fascist
proud of
fascist
me, and,
pig.
You know
We're going
how
to
I
get
found
back,
out?
gentlemen.
Phony
We're going to
ad.
get to your economic plans
Delete
going
previous
forward
7
in a
days.
moment.
All
but
right,
first,
ban.
Pontifex,
All
how
right,
the hell
there.
did he? How the hell did he?
There. Hans has just left the server. Goodbye.
Pontifex, how the hell did he like know about my stream?
I have no
Yeah.
idea. He's probably not on the stream.
federal income tax.
What
He's
if he's
not.
a
There's
hacker?
literally like only me watching it right now.
I know
so.
that you pay.
What if
lot
he's
of
a
other
fucking
taxes, but
hacker?
I'm asking you the
I'm
specific
bringing that
question.
out right
Is
now.
it true that you pay
He's not really a hacker,
$750
but he's more of
in
a creep.
federal income
Yeah,
taxes
okay.
each
I
of
knew that
those
guy
2
was
years?
probably
I
no
paid
good.
millions of dollars in taxes, millions of
Yeah, I
dollars
called him a
in income
fascist
tax.
pig.
And let me
I
just
love
tell
how
you,
people are still
there was a
bent up
story in
about
one
the
of
fact
papers.
that
Show us your
about his
tax-
I paid
taxes.
$38
Like,
million
I'm sure
one
he
year.
pays a lot of
I
taxes
paid
to the government.
$27 million
Show us your tax
one year.
return.
I went-
Pontifex, can you
you'll
be
see
real
as soon
honest
as
with
it's
me?
finished. You'll see
Fascism
it.
is kind
You
of
know, if you
gay,
wanna
isn't
do,
it?
go to the Board of Elections.
Depends.
There's a 118-page
Yeah.
or so report that says everything I have.
I still
every
think it's
bank
kinda
I
Guys,
have,
guys,
I'm
we're on the
totally
presidential debate. Let's
under-leveraged
try not to
because
get
the
too
assets are
distracted.
Extremely good.
Not trying to be mean
and
or
we
nothing.
have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
I built a
Sir,
great
I'm asking
company.
you a specific question, which
But
is.
let me
Gotcha.
tell you.
I understand all of that.
Release your
I
tax
understand
return.
all of
But-
that.
but let me-
No, Mr. President.
Go ahead.
He's
I'm asking
no,
you
no,
a
no,
question.
no, Mr.
Will
President.
you tell us how much you paid in federal income taxes in 2016 and 2017?
Millions of dollars.
You paid millions of
When?
dollars.
Millions of dollars,
So
yes.
not 750.
Millions of
Dude,
dollars. And you
Trump
get to
isn't
see
gonna
it.
give
And
you-
you get to see
When?
it.
Dude,
But let
Trump
me
is
just-
not going to give you his,
Chris, let me
his
just tell you
tax
something.
returns. Like, why would
It
he
was the tax
give you that
laws.
personal
I don't wanna pay
information?
tax.
That's weird.
Before I came here, I was a private developer. I was a private business people. Like every other private person, unless they're stupid, they go through the laws, and that's what it is. He passed a tax bill that gave us all these privileges for depreciation and for tax credits. We build a building and we get tax credits like the hotel on Pennsylvania Avenue. You get a massive, which, by the way, was given to me by the Obama administration, if you can believe that. Now, the man got fired
no,
right after that happened. But
Vice
that's
President Biden, you want to respond?
Yeah, I do want to respond.
Yeah, I do
Tax
wanna respond.
code that
Um,
put him in a position that he pays less tax than a school teacher make.
Actually, that isn't true. The rich pay more in taxes.
Yeah, they do.
He says he's smart because he can take advantage of the tax code, and he does take advantage.
Unless
They
they
pay more
find
in
ways,
taxes.
if they
I'm gonna
find ways to
eliminate the
avoid it,
Trump
they
tax
they
cuts.
do. But
And
that
we're
isn't
gonna-
the way
we're
with
gonna
everything.
eliminate
Yeah.
those tax
Okay.
cuts and make sure that we invest
can
in the
avoid
people who, in fact,
taxes.
need the help.
It depends on what
People
state
out
you're in,
there
though. That's a
need
big
help.
thing.
But why didn't you do it over the last 25 years?
Because you
Why
weren't
didn't you
president.
do it over
Because
the
you
last
weren't
25
president
years? No,
screwing
no,
things
no, no.
up.
You were a senator. And
You're
by
the
way,
worst
you were a
president
vice-
America has ever had.
Hey,
Come
hey,
on.
let me just tell you, Joe. I've done more in.
That is
in
fucking true, ain't
47
it?
That's like
years.
Thomas
I've done
Jefferson
more than you've
complaining
done
that
in 47
le-
years, Joe.
Abraham
We've
Lincoln
done
wanted
things
to
that
free
you never
slaves.
even thought of doing,
Okay,
including
gentlemen.
fixing the broken military that you gave me.
Let's
including
think they
taking
were even
care of-
alive at the
Mr.
same
President, we're
time.
talking about the economy.
Say what?
I'd like to ask
No,
you about.
they weren't.
Yeah, Jefferson died in 24.
No, oh, not Jefferson. Davidson. Sorry. No,
Oh,
not
Davis?
Davidson.
Davis and Lincoln never debated as like they weren't running opposed.
Yeah.
It would probably have been.
$4 trillion
I'm
been
talking
Lincoln
Civil
that
War,
breaking
not
it.
Jefferson. Sorry.
And, like, Lincoln never intended to abolish slavery. He wanted to
Yeah, I know. I know.
President Trump
Like,
says
but the
that
South
that
took
kind
it
of
as abolish
increase in
slavery.
taxes
That's why they
is
seceded.
going to
Yep.
hurt the economy
Tried
as
to.
it's just coming out of a recession.
Well, just
Because
take a
what
look
the
at what
is what the
this-
North would do would
the
try and
analysis
create
done
more
by
free
Wall Street
states.
firm points out that my
The
Yeah, they
South
weren't. They
also
weren't
makes-
happy about California because that was a free state and
South-
dominated by mostly free state people.
The South also created some
This
southern
is $1
states too,
trillion
you know,
in
just like the
economic
United
growth,
States
because it
created
would be
Maryland.
about
The South was like, all
buying
right, let's
America,
just create South
that we
Carolina.
have to, we're going to make this federal government spend $600
South
billion
Carolina
a year
was
on everything
one-
from
wasn't that one of the
ships
13
to
colonies?
steel to
Yeah.
buildings and the
No.
like. And under my proposal,
I'm
we're
thinking
gonna
about
make
a different
sure
state.
that every penny of that has to be made
Georgia,
by
right?
a company.
But
in
respect,
That was
sir,
also
I'm
a
talking
13
about taxes,
colony.
not
Yeah.
spending.
Well, by the way, I'm going to
Not
eliminate
Florida, though.
a significant number of the tax. I'm going to make the
Not
the-
All right,
Florida.
ba-
the
ba-
corporate
back
tax
on the
28%.
presidential
It
debate,
shouldn't be
boys. Come on.
21%.
Yeah.
You have
Hello,
19
Chinese,
91 companies,
guy that
federal, I mean, in
has,
the Fortune 500 who
whatever
don't pay
that
a
is.
single penny in tax, making
Ching
billions
chong
of
han
dollars.
chi.
Why didn't you do it
Billions
before
of
when you were
dollars.
vice president
Because
with Obama?
This guy has
because
like
you, in
I
fact,
don't even know what
passed
that is, but he said hi.
That was
Right.
your
I got
tax
it.
Hello.
proposal.
I got it
I'm
done.
going
and you know
to
what
copy
happened?
and
You got
paste
it
his
done.
name
Our
and put it in
economy
Google
boomed.
Translate
It's
so I
never
can
been
pronounce it and
economy.
accurately
Let me
greet him.
finish.
Okay.
Mr.
As I'm a
President,
cool
let me
guy. guy.
picked up on that.
Are you watching the
would
chat?
Continue your free market approach,
Yeah.
lower
Let's see,
taxes or
translate.
deregulation, correct?
Not lower
Is that
taxes on American
Japanese or
people.
Chinese?
But let me.
Excuse me.
But in
yeah,
Obama's,
it's
you talk about the
Japanese.
economy
Oh,
booming.
that's Japanese,
It turns
okay.
out that in Obama's final 3
Wait,
years,
wait a
If
second.
I'm
Let
pronouncing
me look.
this right,
More
it's
jobs were
Kawareta
created.
Saishin.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully I
3
got that
years
right.
of your presidency.
They had the
Wait,
slowest
let me look in the chat
recovery
to see.
since economic recovery since 1929. It was the
Oh, that could be
slowest
Korean, you
recovery.
never know.
Also, they
I mean,
took
it
over
said
something that was
Japanese.
down here. All you had to do is turn on
All
the
right.
lights and you pick up
I
a
mean,
lot.
Google
But they had
Translate
the
has been
slowest
wrong before,
economic
though.
recovery since 1929. Let me tell you about
Yeah,
the
with
stock
like
market.
Latin and stuff.
When the stock
Not
market
really like
goes
modern
up, that means
languages.
jobs. It also means 401ks.
Yo, all right, guys, let's not.
If you
We're
got
getting
in,
distracted
if you
again.
ever became president with your ideas, you want to
Yeah,
terminate
these are
my
quick
tax-
comments.
My
I'm just
taxes.
saying.
I know,
I'll
I
tell
know.
you what, you'll lose half of the companies that have poured in here will leave, and plenty
Half
of
of the
companies that are
companies-
already here, they'll leave for
hardly any
other
companies
places.
have-
They will
Uh,
leave.
Trump is
because
right.
of
Trump is
inflation,
right
the
on this
likes
one.
Of which you've never seen.
Look,
Yeah,
we
trickle down
inherited
economics only works
the worst
one way for
recession
some reason.
short of a depression in American history. I was asked to bring it back. We were able to have an economic recovery.
People
that
don't
created the
understand
jobs
that
you're
as the
talking
rich get
about.
richer, the
We
poor get
handed him
richer,
a
at least in
booming
this country
economy.
anyway.
He blew it.
It doesn't always happen that way in
It
every other
wasn't
country.
booming, It was,
Well,
it was the
Well, I mean, it doesn't
weakest
happen
recovery
always
since
that way in
the
this
Wait,
country
is it
either.
fair to, is it
No,
fair to say
you're
he
right.
blew it when
Not
inflation
everything
was
is
record-
absolute.
when there was record low
get, like,
unemployment
Yeah.
before COVID?
$2,500
because what he
or
did,
like a large
even before
amount of
COVID,
like
manufacturing
tax
went in the
cuts.
hole.
What are you gonna do with that
Manufacturing
money?
went in the hole.
Excuse
number
me,
one.
Chris, wait.
Number two.
Chris,
Number
Are you
three.
gonna hire
You
more
know what?
workers
It
to
would
give that
take-
money away? Or are you gonna
That-
just expand like, or are you just gonna like further industrialize with like robots?
Yeah, because
Honestly,
a lot of places want they wanna get rid of workers because it's cheaper. And then they can replace them with
Yeah.
robots so they don't got to pay minimum wage.
We brought
In states that have
Pontifex.
stupidly high minimum wage, you know what I mean?
back right here in the state of Ohio and Michigan. He blew it.
Pontifex,
They're
the
gone.
only
He
way
blew
the
it.
poor
And
get
in fact,
poorer is
they're
when the
going-
Ohio
government
had the
starts
best
taxing
year it's
more.
ever had last
You
year.
can blame the poor
Michigan
getting
had
poorer
the
based
best
on the
year they've ever
government's
had.
That is
decisions.
not
Many
true.
car companies
Yeah,
came
so
in from
basically,
Germany, from Japan,
if
went
you
to
tax
Michigan
the
and went
rich,
to Ohio.
They're not having
And
that.
they
the poor
didn't
get
come in
poorer.
with you.
Mr. Vice
But if you
President.
give the rich
Oh,
tax
thanks,
breaks,
Panda
the poor
Max
don't
Gaming.
get poorer, but they don't really
He's
go
done
anywhere.
Pontifex,
very
you-
little.
do you know
His
this
trade
Panda
deals
Max
are the
Gaming?
same way. He talks
No,
about
man.
these great
Oh, okay,
trade
I wasn't sure if
deals.
that was
You know,
sauce
he
or
talks about the
something.
art of the deal. China's
mind.
perfected the art of the steal. We have a higher deficit with China now than we did before. We have the highest trade deficit.
The hell with
ate
China,
your
bro.
lunch
All
down
right,
18%.
gentlemen,
China
Yeah, the
ate
hell
your
with
lunch,
China.
Joe,
Fuck
and no
the
wonder your son
CCP.
goes in
Dude,
and he takes
Joe
out.
Biden is a China
He
simp,
takes
honestly.
out billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Takes out billions of
China's
dollars to
simp
manage. He
gay.
makes millions of dollars.
Yeah,
gonna
very
lie.
gay.
So
Simply
while we're
not
at it,
true.
why is it? Just out of curiosity. The mayor of Moscow's wife gave your son $3.5 million. What did he do to deserve it?
Bombshell
What did
there,
he
boys.
do with Burisma
None
to
of that.
deserve
A
Biden controversy at its
$183,000?
best.
None of
Ask
that
your
is
question,
true.
let him answer. If
None of
Bombshell.
that is true.
That's all they
Totally
scream about
Hey,
is
Mr.
bombshell, bombshell,
President,
bombshell,
Totally-
Mr.
bombshell.
President, please.
Totally
Vast
Whistleblower,
discredited.
bombshell.
Yeah.
Discredited. And by the way,
Well, wait, he
let's
didn't
talk-
get
No, no,
$3.5
whistleblower.
million.
Dude,
Blow
Hunter
my
Biden
whistle.
is like a
He
piece
got
of crap,
$3.5
honestly.
million.
It is not
First
true.
Ukraine and now
Mr.
Russia.
President,
But, Mr.
I was
It's
in the
an open
military,
discussion,
though.
please.
Now,
You
You
can't
it's a fact.
disrespect
Well,
a veteran.
You have
not
raised
a
an
fact.
issue. Let the Vice President answer.
discredited.
Did
There was a
Burisma pay him
report.
$183,000 a month with no experience in energy?
Mr.
Look,
President,
my son did nothing wrong.
Chris
at
Wallace
Burisma.
is totally like
Mr.
failing at
President,
stopping
let him
Trump
answer.
right now.
He doesn't want to let me answer because he knows I have the truth.
He knows that I have the truth.
Totally discredited.
who?
And you
The
can-
media.
By everybody.
The media.
By the
Yeah.
media, by our
because they refuse to
allies, by
talk
the
about it
World
because they're
Bank,
embarrassed.
by everyone.
Dude,
has
Trump
discredited
is
it.
literally
Matter of
walking
fact-
all
matter of
over
fact, even
Biden.
the people
President,
who
please stop.
testified under oath.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Joe.
No, no, go ahead, Mr.
He is
President.
playing
Please.
Biden like a fiddle.
He got $3.5
He
million from
testified-
Moscow.
He testified under oath in his administration. He
Biden
said,
bomb right
I
now.
did my job and I did it
No.
very well.
No, but I mean, do you know the Why Putin
Well, I'll
Walking
give you the
meme
list
song?
of the people
Yeah.
who
No, no,
testified.
go ahead, sir.
Sure, you've already fired most of them because they did a good job.
That's all that's playing in my head right now.
With you,
Go
that's
ahead.
the-
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You get the
Trump
final word.
walking
Well,
down
it's
the
hard to get
street.
any word in at this time. Excuse me, just-
Hey, let me say, Joe.
No, no, no. Mr. President.
$3.5
Mr.
million,
President.
Joe.
Chris Wallace Wallace is
simply-
an
Why did he
idiot.
deserve $3.5 million
It
from
did-
Moscow?
I'm gonna be
Here's the
back,
deal.
okay?
We
All
want
right.
to talk about families and ethics. I don't want to do that. I mean, his family we could talk about all night. His family's
My
already.
family,
No, let him go.
my family
already
lost
wrote
a fortune by
Go ahead.
coming down and helping
Go
us
ahead.
with
Go ahead,
government.
sir.
And that's such a.
they're right
That's
here.
it, Mr.
That's
President.
such
Every
a great.
single one of them lost
This
a
is not
fortune
about
by
my
coming and
family or
helping
his
us
family.
with
It's
government.
about your family,
They
the
didn't
American
collect
people.
$3.5 million
He
for
doesn't.
nothing.
That's not true. It doesn't want to talk about what you need. You, the American people. It's about you. That's what we're talking about
you
here.
should
All right,
Not
that's the end
about
of
here.
that's the end of the
Shouldn't have
segment.
taken-
We're
What do you
mov-
mean
we're moving
you?
on.
He didn't
Biden?
take them.
Vice
You don't
President,
care about
no.
us.
Can I be honest? It's a very important
Try to be
question.
honest.
No,
He
I-
stood up.
No,
he stood up,
the answer to
and
the
he
question is no.
threatened Ukraine.
No, sir.
With $1 billion, if you don't
That
get rid of
is
the
you're- you know what, you're-
absolutely
wait,
not
stop.
You're on
true.
tape
You're-
doing it.
you're gonna
You're on
have-
tape.
True.
Gentlemen.
Dude, Wallace is an
I
idiot.
hate to raise my voice,
He's
but
on
it seems
tape.
to be, why should I be different than the two of you? So here's the
Got a
deal.
good point.
We
All
have
right, I'm back.
Dude,
six
Wallace
segments.
is
We have ended that
absolutely
segment.
tripping right
We're
now.
going to go to the next segment. In that
You know what?
segment,
I wouldn't
we each
doubt
are going to
it.
have 2 uninterrupted moments.
Wouldn't you agree,
In those
Pontifex?
2 uninterrupted minutes, Mr. President, you can
Yeah,
say
he's kinda
anything you
stupid.
want. I'm going to ask a question about race, but if you want to answer about something else, go ahead.
About
But
race?
I
Oh,
think
here
that
we
the
go.
country
Great.
would be
This is
better
going to be
served
fun.
If
Can-
we allowed both
He's
He's just
I,
going to
um,
call Trump a
with
racist the
fewer
whole time.
interruptions. I'm appealing to you, sir.
Can you
to
guys
do-
shush? Because I want to hear what Biden says.
Well, frankly,
sure,
you've been
sure.
doing more
Well,
interrupting
Well, that's
than
all
he
right,
has.
but he does plenty.
Well, less than, sir, less
There's
than,
plenty.
no, less than you have. Let's please continue on. The issue of race. Vice President Biden, you say that President Trump's response to the violence in Charlottesville 3 years ago, when he talked about very fine people on both sides, was what directly led you to launch this run for president.
Oh, yeah, sure.
President
Trump's
Trump,
like, oh,
you
yeah,
have
sure.
often said that you believe you have done more for Black Americans than any president, with the possible exception
Biden says
of
something, let me
Abraham
hear it
Lincoln.
from
My
Dude,
question
Trump
to
has
the two
done a
of
lot
you
for African
is, why
Americans, to
should
be
voters
honest. I
trust
mean,
you rather
he's
than
got a
your
lot
own
more
Yeah,
African American
to deal with
voters
the race
now than he
issues
did
facing
before.
this country over the next 4 years.
Yeah, and a lot more
Vice
African
President
Americans
Biden,
are
you go
becoming
first.
conservatives.
It's about equity.
Yeah.
And equality. It's about
I haven't seen
decency.
many
It's
African
about
Americans
the
be like, okay,
Constitution.
let's wear
And we
1776
have never
hat.
walked away from trying to require equity for everyone, equality for the whole of America. But
Define equality,
we've never
Biden.
accomplished it, but we've never walked away from it like he has done.
Yes, define
It is
equality
true. The
because
reason
I'm
I
getting
got in the race is
flashbacks
when
from
those
the Legend
people,
of
close your
Korra.
eyes. Remember what those people look like coming out of
The
the
guy
fields
that took
carrying
away your
torches,
airbending
their
powers.
veins bulging.
Everybody must be equal.
Just spewing anti-Semitic bile, and accompanied by the Ku Klux Klan. A young woman got killed.
Dude, Trump
When they asked
did
the
not
president what he thought,
defend
he said there
the
were
white
very
supremacists. He
fine
literally
people on
said
both
that
sides.
to condemn
no
them.
president's ever said anything
You
like
idiot.
that.
Yeah, he literally,
Now,
he
second-
literally condemned them,
second
saying
point
that,
I'd
yes, I don't agree with
is
those
that
people.
when Floyd
He was talking
killed,
about the
when
normal
Mr.
people
Floyd
that
was
were
killed,
protesting taking
there was
down
a
the
peaceful
statue.
protest in front
I mean,
of the White
chill.
House.
Yeah, all
What
the-
did he do? He came out of his bunker, had the military use tear gas on him so he could walk across to a church and hold up a Bible. And then what happened after that? The bishop of that very church said that it was a disgrace. The general who was with him said all he ever wants to do is divide people, not unite people at all.
Dog
This
whistle.
is a president who has
Biden,
used
why don't
the
you
law
talk
as a
about
dog
that time
whistle
that a bunch of
to
people
try
got
to
arrested
generate
for
racist
preaching
hatred,
outside?
racist
Why don't you talk to
division.
us about that
This is a
one?
man who, in fact, you talk about helping
During
African Americans.
during the pandemic,
One
huh? Why don't you
in
talk about that?
1,000
I think that's a little bit
African-Americans
of
has been
I don't
killed
know,
because of the
tyranny.
coronavirus. And if he doesn't do something
Allah,
quickly, by the end of the
shabam,
year,
bam, bing,
1 in
bong.
500 will have been killed.
Like that video
1 in
you sent me,
500
Pontifex, remember?
African-Americans. This man.
What?
Remember
this
that
man
video you sent me
is
about
is
cops
savior of
arresting people for preaching
African-Americans.
outside?
This man cares
Oh, yeah?
at all? This man's done virtually nothing. Look, the fact is that you have to look at what he talks about. You have to look at what he did. And what he did has been disastrous for the African-American community.
So,
President
Oh
Trump.
shoot! You know what I just realized, guys?
What?
Hans follows me on Instagram.
Of course he does.
Oh,
He just sent me
Delete
a
him.
message
Block
about
him.
being banned. Should I get rid
Yeah,
of him,
block him.
Pontifex?
yes.
Let's get rid of him.
Get rid of him?
Dude, all he brings is trouble.
Don't ask for permission from Pontifex.
Dude, he's got 105 followers. What the hell? Do you,
Block him. Block him. Hans is a fascist pig.
It's not that he's fascist, he's just cringe. Well, he make good fascists.
Do you think I should give him a chance at all or no?
No,
No.
never.
All right. I think I'm just gonna
He's
let
not
that.
gonna-
I'm not even gonna respond to the message. Just let that sit. So.
Yeah, well, if you do
I
that,
have
he'll just be able to join your
excuse me,
accounts
Portland,
again.
the sheriff just came out today and he said, I support
It's
President
best if you
Trump.
block
I
him
don't think
from
you have
content.
any law enforcement. You can't even say the word law enforcement because if you say those words, you're going to lose all of your radical left supporters. And why aren't you saying those words, Joe? Why don't you say the words law enforcement? Because you know what? If they called us in Portland, we would put out that fire in a half an hour, but they won't do it because they're run by radical left Democrats. If you look at Chicago, if you look at any place you want to look, Seattle, they heard we were coming in the following day and they put up their hands and we got back Seattle. Minneapolis, we got it back, Joe, because we believe in law and order, but you don't. The top 10 cities and just about the top 40 cities are run by Democrats.
Tell you what. You know what? I'll let him join. But if he does anything, he's gone. I feel bad
He's
for
gonna
not.
do something definitely. It's either gonna be a gore spam, a gay porn spam, or something to that effect. I wouldn't.
'Cause I
give him a
wanna- I
chance,
wanna-
man.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. He did on my server.
He hasn't changed.
Probably not.
He reminds me of a kid that I used to know named Zach.
I don't know.
Oh, and Pontifex, I'm glad you got rid of Nemesis.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't know what to say
Yeah.
about Hans. I kind of feel bad for not letting him in my server, but
Just don't, man.
all right.
I've fallen
When
for
they
that.
occur,
I've
when
fallen
they
for that
find
so
them,
many
they have
times.
to be sorted out. They have
You know,
to be
I just
held
pity
accountable.
people
They have to be held
and
accountable.
like
And what I'm
I
going
let
to
them
do
in
as
my
President of the
server
United
because,
States
like,
is call
you know,
a
I want them
together
to feel
an
better. I
entire
want to
group of
help
people
them. You
at the
know.
White House.
Yeah.
Well, everything from the civil
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
rights
this
that
dude's
fast.
probably,
police
for all
officers,
you
the
know, a
police chiefs,
13-year-old
and we're
edgy
going to work
kid.
this out. We're going to work this out.
Oh, we got
He's
some more
like-
people. We got some more
emo.
people in
have
chat,
more
guys. Look at that.
transparency. And when these things
Oh,
happen,
we do?
these cops
Yeah,
aren't
2 more
happy
people.
to see what happened to George Floyd. These cops aren't happy to see what happened to Breonna Taylor. Most don't like it.
Dude,
But we
Breonna
have to
Taylor,
have a
what do you
system
mean,
where
bro?
people are held
The guy
accountable.
literally opened up
And
on
by
that
the way,
cop that knocked
violence
at
in
the door.
response
What are
is
you
never
talking about?
appropriate. Never appropriate.
Bruh,
Peaceful
beyond-
protest is. Violence is never appropriate.
All right,
What is peaceful
President-
protest? When they run through the middle of a town
President Trump-
and burn down your
President Trump,
stores and kill people all
President
over the
Trump,
place,
that
and you
is
say
not
peaceful
peaceful
protest?
President
No,
Trump,
it's
I'm not
not, but
asking-
you say it is.
It's the
President Trump, I'd
justice
like to
American
continue the discussion
system
of race
fair
and
to
Columbus.
African
We're going to get to the
Americans.
issue of law
Are
and
you
order
fucking shitting
in a
me?
moment. This month,
Are you fucking
your
shitting me?
administration directed federal agencies to end racial sensitivity
He
training
said it. He said
that
it. He
addresses
said white
privilege
privilege.
or critical
Fuck.
race theory. Why did you decide to do that, to end racial sensitivity training? And do you believe that there is systemic racism in this country, sir?
I ended it because it's racist. I ended it because a lot of people were complaining that they were asked to do things that were absolutely insane, that it was a radical revolution that was taking place in our military, in our schools, all over the place, and you know it, and so does everybody
what
else.
Is radical,
and he would know.
What is
Oh, it was
radical
totally
about
racist.
racial sensitivity training, sir?
If you were a certain person, you had no status in life. It was sort of a reversal. And if you look at the people, we were paying people hundreds of thousands of dollars to teach very bad ideas and, frankly, very sick ideas. And really, they were teaching people to hate our country. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to allow that to happen. We have to go back to the core values of this country. They were teaching people that our country is a horrible place, it's a racist place, and they were teaching people to hate our country. And I'm not going to allow that to happen.
Vice President Biden?
Nobody's doing that. He's the racist.
No, Trump is right.
I know a lot more.
Trump
about
is
that.
right.
Yeah,
They
Biden first.
our teachers are teaching our
Fact
children
is
all
that
kinds of crazy
There
crap.
is racial insensitivity.
You know what I mean?
People have to be made aware.
I can't disagree
of
because
what
my
other people
Asian
feel
social
like,
studies teacher
what-
left school.
What insults them? What is
You know, Pontifex, I'm
demeaning
sure
to
you've
them.
experienced
It's
this stuff.
important to people know they don't want
What?
to. Many people
With the
don't
whole,
wanna hurt
calling
other
our
people's
country
feelings,
racist and
but
all that.
it makes a big
Yep.
difference. It makes
Definitely.
a gigantic difference in the way a child.
I've been
is
called
able
in
to grow up
racist
and have a
online just because I'm
sense of
white.
self-esteem. It's a little bit like
Just
how
existing.
I know,
this
it's
guy
retarded.
Just
and his friends
existing
look
is
down on
is
so many
racist,
people.
guys.
They look down their nose on people like Irish Catholics like
Yeah,
me
if you're
who
white
grew up
and
in
you're
Scranton. They
inhaling,
look down
stop
on people who
inhaling.
don't have money. They
You're
look down on
suffocating
people
a black
who are
person's
of a
ability to
different
breathe.
faith. They look down on people who are a different color.
God
In fact,
almighty.
we're all Americans. The only way we're going to bring this country together is bring everybody together. There's nothing we cannot do if we do it together. We can take this on and we can defeat racism in America.
President Trump, sir.
During the Obama
Racism was
Biden
solved a
administration, there
long
was
time ago.
tremendous
Stop
division.
bringing it up.
Dude, you have a
There was hatred.
constitutional
You
right
look
to be
at,
racist, whether you like it or not.
Ferguson,
I
you
don't
look
really
at-
care.
You go to very many places. Look at Oakland. Look what happened in Oakland. Look
Yeah,
what
but
happened
you
in
realize it
Baltimore.
doesn't-
Look what happened. Frankly, it was
Rowan,
more violent
I'm
than
going
what
to
I'm
say
even
this right
seeing
now.
now.
It doesn't
But
matter
the
if we have an
reason
amendment
is
that
that
says
the
black
Democrats that
slaves
run
are
these
free and stuff
cities
like that.
don't
The
want to
main
talk like
important
you about
amendment is
law
the
and
First
order.
Amendment.
Violent crime.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
without that
Are you in
amendment,
favor of
because
law
without
and
that
order?
amendment, black
favor
people
of
would have never
law,
had a
you
say,
follow
you
it,
know?
and
In
a little
favor
bit
of
of
law
order.
and order?
So there you go.
You asked
There you
the
go.
question,
Our
let him
founding
finish.
fathers were
Law
looking
and
out for
order.
everybody,
Law
not
and
just
order.
Guys, I have
people.
like
Law
4
and
people
order
talking
with
right now.
justice, where people get treated fairly. And the fact of the matter is, violent crime went down 17%, 15% in our administration.
All right.
It's gone up on his watch.
Went down
He,
much
No,
more
he
than
had.
ours.
All right,
Crime has not
Mr.
gone up
President,
under
you're
Trump's
gonna-
administration.
Mr.
That's just
President,
Every
wrong.
record in the book.
Mr. President, you're going to be very happy because
And the
we're now
place-
going to talk
excuse me.
about law
Are we
and
going to
order.
bring up
We had
Australia's
trouble with
crime went up when guns got
Democratic-run
banned?
cities.
That's
Exactly.
exactly my question.
Democratic-
There has been a dramatic increase in homicides in America this summer, particularly, and you often blame that on Democratic mayors and Democratic governors, but in fact, there have been.
Are we gonna bring up
equivalent
that crime went up
spikes
when Nixon
in
did a
Republican-led
drug ban?
cities like Tulsa and Fort Worth? So the question is this really a party issue?
I think it's a party issue. You can bring in a couple of examples, but if you look at Chicago, what's going on in Chicago, where
Yeah, Chicago's a
53
literal
people
dump,
were shot and 8 died. Shot.
True.
If you look
Detroit
at
is a house of
it's
horrors.
going up like nobody's ever
Chicago
seen anything. The
and
numbers are going up
Detroit are a
150,
literal
200%.
dump.
Shit in Detroit,
Crime.
man.
It is
In
In Los
crazy what's
Angeles
going
and
on.
Seattle
And
are-
he doesn't want to
Los
say
Angeles is
a dump
Rowan
too,
can't,
bro.
because he'll lose his radical
No,
left
but you forgot
supporters,
about
and
Seattle.
once he
Seattle
does
is
that, it's
living
over with.
shit.
But
Yeah,
if he ever
literally.
got to run this country and they ran it the way
It's
he would
it's
want to
porta
run it,
potties
we would
on
have
fire.
we would
Our
It's
run it
suburbs
the
would
way
2020
be gone.
scented
By
candles,
the way,
guys.
our suburbs would be gone.
No,
and
I
you would
saw a
see
video of a
problems like
person
you
walking
would
into
know
a store and just
suburb
taking
unless he
shit
took a
there.
wrong turn.
Oh.
No, I know suburbs.
He
Wow.
was
so
not-
much
I was
better.
very-
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's how bad.
guys. That's social
Yeah, that's how
progress.
bad
Okay,
Seattle is.
that's social progress,
What?
guys. You see, that's like get woke or just shit in some random shop, guys. Yeah, that's big brain logic right there.
Soccer practice and/or to
Totally big
black
brain.
and white and Hispanic,
And
in
all
the
they
same
have are
car
meth and
as there have
needles.
been any time in the past.
Yeah.
What really is a
Disgusting.
threat to the suburbs and their safety?
homeless,
is
but
his
they have
failure
free
to deal with
drugs.
COVID. They're dying in the suburbs. His
Yes, they
failure to
waste
deal
all
with
their
the
money on
environment.
roads.
They're being flooded.
Yeah.
They're
That's
being
why-
burned
that's why
out
when you
because
encounter
his
a homeless
refusal to
person
do
on
anything.
the side of the
That's
road, you
why
don't-
the
you don't
suburbs
give
are
them
in trouble.
money.
I do want to
You
talk
offer
about
them
this
like
issue of
lunch or
law and
something,
order,
like
though.
take
Yeah.
them to the
In
subway
the
or
joint
something, buy them a
recommendations
sandwich.
Yeah.
that came
Yeah.
from the Biden, Bernie Sanders task force, you talk
Yeah, I
about,
saw a video
quote,
about it where
reimagining policing.
Where some random person
First
approached
of all,
this
what
black
does
person and was like, "Hey,
reimagining
could I have some
policing
gas
mean,
money?" The
and
black
do you
person said, "No, but I
support-
could fill up your
means-
gas tank
Let
if
me,
you want."
if I might finish the
And
question.
they just
What
got
does
mad at him.
reimagining policing mean? And do you support the Black Lives Matter
True.
Oh, here we go.
call
Black Lives Matter,
for,
guys. Here it comes.
for community control of policing?
Look, what I support is the police having the
No!
opportunity to deal with the problems they face. And I'm not totally
Biden!
opposed to defunding the police officers. As a matter of fact, local police, the only one defunding it, his budget calls for a $400 million cut in local law enforcement assistance. They need more assistance. They need, when they show up, for
Dude,
9/11
call.
to have
Dude,
someone with them
oh
who's
I
my
can't
psychologist,
believe
God.
Biden is pulling this crap
to
out of
keep
his
them
ass.
from
Are
having
you
to
serious?
use
You're going to
force
say that
and
Trump
be
wants
able
to
to talk
reduce the
people
money
down.
on cops? What
We
kind
have to
of?
have community
Where'd you
policing
get
like
that
we had
fact from?
before, where the
Wikipedia?
officers get to know the people in the communities. That's when crime.
Even
went
Wikipedia
down.
is more
It
accurate
didn't
than
go
Biden
down.
right
He
now.
went on
And so
Pornhub
we
and he was
have
like,
to
"All
be
right,
That's
engaged
not what
with
bad
they're
things
talking
about Trump."
That's not what
That-
they're
that's
He's talking
exactly-
about defunding the police.
That is
Hey,
not true.
hey,
He
if
doesn't
you
have
want to have
any
a good
law.
time, just go to
Well, here-
facialabuse.com.
He has no law enforcement
That's not
support.
true.
Almost knows
That's
nothing.
look.
Oh, really? Who do you have? Name
I
one
totally
group
didn't get that from
supports you. Name
Sinatra
one
Says,
group
but just
that
go to
came out and supported you.
facialabuse.com. You'll enjoy
Look,
it. Feminists
look,
gets owned
we have time.
in the
We
face.
don't have time to do
No,
anything.
think
except
about
listen.
it. Name one law enforcement group that came out and supported
gentlemen,
you,
I think
Joe.
I'm going to take back the
There aren't.
moderator's
I don't think
role,
there are any.
and I want to get
Wallace
to another
totally
subject,
tripping again.
which is the issue of
Another
protests
subject.
in many cities that have
Dude,
turned
these
violent.
aren't
In
protests, they're
Portland, Oregon,
riots.
especially,
What do you
we had
mean?
more
Calling
than
them a
100
protest is
straight
literally
days of
a disservice
protests,
to what they
which
actually
I think you would
are.
agree. You talk about peaceful protests. Many of those turned
It's like
into
saying the
riots.
Soviet Union
Mr. Vice
wasn't
President,
communist.
Yeah.
you say that people who commit crimes should be held accountable. The question I have, though, is as the Democratic nominee, and earlier tonight you said that you are the Democratic Party right now, have you ever called the Democratic mayor of Portland
It's like
or the
saying
Democratic
Japan wasn't the
governor
bad
of Oregon
guy.
and said,
Yeah,
hey,
really.
you got to stop this, bring in the National Guard.
I can't
do
wait till
whatever it
Trump
takes
Like
brings
to
saying
stop
Coop
the
isn't funny.
days and months of
I can't wait
violence
till Trump
in
brings up the
Portland.
fact that
I don't hold
like
public
Biden
office
literally
now.
like sniffs
I
people.
am a former vice
That's
president.
gonna be
I've
great.
made it clear.
Yeah,
I've made
and
it
how
clear
he's
in my
not allowed
public
to be in-
statements that
Bummer.
violence should be
While
prosecuted.
they
No,
come
how
to
he's not
your
allowed
house
to
and sniff you.
And any-
What'd you say, Ponovix?
Nothing.
You had never called for the
did
leaders
you
in
say?
Portland and
No,
in
but
Oregon
Biden isn't allowed to
call
be
us
near
in the
kids.
National
I
Guard and
love
knock
it.
off
Freedom Ball
100
didn't
days
notice
of
what I
riots.
said
They
at all.
can, in fact, take care of it if
And
you
farms
just
I
I
stay
hope that
out
ain't
of
gonna
the
get me
way.
banned.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
Here's the
But
thing.
that, no,
I
that's
sent
not-
sniff.
wait, I have a
marshals to
question.
get the killer of a young man in the middle of the street, and they shot him. And for 3
But
days,
President Trump,
Portland
President
didn't do
Trump,
anything. I had to
please
send in
interrupt
the
us.
U.S. Marshals.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, sir.
And by the way, you know, his own former spokesperson said,
Smells pretty good.
You know,
Let me
riots
just
and
take him
chaos
back
and
to my
violence
hotel
help us
room.
cause. That's what this is all about.
I don't know who said that.
I'm gonna take him back to my hotel room and do something that
Kellyanne
might be illegal.
Conway.
And don't worry, the child was
And so here's
14 years old.
Well, here's the point.
Oh yeah,
Guys,
very
what are
legal.
the odds? What are
That's
the
what
odds
he
Trump
was
and Biden are
doing.
going to go to the same hotel room and just competitively sniff each other?
Instead of going in and talking to people and saying,
that'd be
"Let's get
hilarious."
everybody
Biden-
together, figure out how to
Trump
deal
would
with
probably
this."
drop out
What's he
because he'd
do?
say, "Oh,
He just
no
pours
homo."
gasoline on the fire.
No homo.
Every single solitary.
No homo,
And-
bro.
and to end this, button up this segment, I'm going to give you a minute
But I'm
to
pretty
answer,
sure
sir.
Biden would
You
be
have
homo if
repeatedly
men would
I
Bill
have
Clinton.
to answer his
Oh yeah,
statement.
totally
You
homo.
have
His statement.
repeatedly,
Wait,
you have
wait.
been talking
He
back
made
and
a
forth.
statement.
I'm asking you.
No,
I
it's
would
like
love to know-
Biden had a
Trump
little
is
puppy
walking
dog.
over
Hey,
all
you know,
over
if you wanna switch
Biden
seats,
and
We
Wallace.
could very quickly.
we could do that, but
I'd
I'm
send
no,
in the National Guard. It would be over.
You can
There'd be
tell
no
by the
problem.
way
Okay.
the way
But
that
they don't
I
want to
walk,
accept
I'm
the
a
National
woman's
Guard.
man.
You have
Oh, God,
repeatedly
no, I had that stuck in my
criticized
head.
the vice
Well, you
president
can
for
tell
not
by the way
specifically
I
calling out
walk, I'm a woman's
Antifa
man.
and other
No
left-wing
time to go.
extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and
Militia
to say
groups?
that
What do you
they
mean?
need to stand down
gonna-
and not
What?
add to the violence? in a
Bro,
number of
that's
these
the
cities,
literal
as we
only
saw
thing
in
that's stopping
Kenosha
Black Lives
and
Matter
as
right
we've
now
seen
is
in
militia
Portland.
groups.
Are you
I'm
prepared
Yankee,
to
Thank you,
specifically
doing real
do it?
shite. We
I would
love the
say- I would say-
militia.
It's the Kenosha kid all over again.
Wing, not from the right
fuck
wing.
What are you,
the way
what are
the
you, what are you
British-
saying?
I'm willing.
This
to
time
do
it's
anything.
Black
you
Lives
don't
Matter
do
instead of
it,
the
sir.
British.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
You want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
White
name. Go ahead.
supremacists
Who
and
would
white
you like me to condemn?
White
Proud Boys.
supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what.
Proud
Somebody's got to
Boys.
do something about Antifa and the left because this is not a right-wing
own-
problem.
his
This
own
is a
ethnic-
left.
Yeah, it is a left-wing
This
problem.
is a
That's right.
left-wing
Go ahead,
problem.
White
Go ahead, sir.
supremacist. Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
you got it.
Antifa
Not
is an
militia.
organization.
That's an
You're
FBI.
wrong,
We can point
And how
Biden
many-
as
and
10-man
and how many
solidarity
times has the
solidarity.
FBI
No,
And how many times has the
Moving on to the
FBI
next
director
program.
said
Bash
Russia
your
collusion?
head. That's not an idea.
Everybody in
Antifa
your
No, how many times
administration
has the
tells you
FBI
truth
director
is
said
about
Russia
a bad
collusion?
idea.
Can I tell
Russia
you what?
collusion.
No idea.
Russia collusion.
Antifa is a dangerous
All right,
radical
gentlemen,
group.
we're now moving on to the Trump
And
and
you ought to be
Biden
careful with
records.
them. They'll overthrow you.
When
in
a
2
president,
seconds.
I'm going to ask a question. When the president seeks a second term, it is generally a referendum on his
I
record.
bet you $1 that
But
they'll
Vice
talk
President
about the
Biden,
Russia
you like to quote
collusion.
one of your dad's sayings, which
Yeah,
is,
they're not
don't
that
compare
dumb.
me to the Almighty, compare me to the alternative. And in
surprised.
this case, sir, you are
They'll
the
probably
alternative.
bring it up.
Looking
You're a pretty
at
bad
both of your
alternative,
records,
Biden.
I'm going to
You're
ask
probably
each of
gonna
you,
croak by the end
why
of this year.
should voters elect you president over your opponent? In this segment, President Trump, you go first, 2 minutes.
Because there has never been an administration or president who has done more than I've done in a period of 3.5 years. And that's despite the impeachment hoax. And you saw what happened
Yeah,
today
the
with
impeachment
Hillary
stuff was a
Clinton, where it
joke.
was a whole big con job. But despite
And that was
going through all
related
of
to the
these
Russian
things where I had to
collusion.
fight
See, I told you
both
they say
flanks
something
and
that
behind me
stupid,
and
Pontifex.
above, there has never been an administration that's done what I've done. The greatest
Pontifex,
before
I think
COVID
you owe me
came in,
$1.
the greatest economy in
What?
history, lowest unemployment
joking,
numbers.
I'm
Everything
joking.
was
No,
good.
what did you say
Everything
before
was
that?
going-
I
And by
zoned
the way,
out.
there was
No, I
unity
said
going to
Pontifex.
happen.
I think
People
you-
were
I
calling
think
me
you owe
for
me
the first
$1.
time in years.
No,
they were
what'd you say
calling,
before
And they
that?
were saying
I
it's
zoned out.
time maybe, and then what happened? We got hit, but now
No,
we're
I was
building
saying
it back
there's
up
no
again.
doubt
A
that they-
rebuilding of the
that
military,
they
including
talk
Space
about
Force
the
and
Russian
all of the other
collusion.
things. A fixing
they
of
did?
the VA,
Well,
which
yeah,
was a
because
the
mess under him.
impeachment for Trump
I can't
was based
wait-
on
300,000
Russian
people
collusion.
died because
Proven
they didn't have
wrong in
proper health care.
Congress.
It was a
Guys-
mess.
That's why they're
And we
talking
now
about
got a 91% approval rating at the VA.
Well,
Our vets.
I
We
think
take
you
care
owe
of
me
our
$1,
vets. But
Pontifex.
we've
Just
rebuilt
kidding.
our military.
What's your
The job
Venmo?
that we've done, and I'll tell you something, some
91%
people say
approval
maybe
rating
the
at
most
the-
important.
with the
By
vets.
the end
Nice.
of the first term, I'll have approximately 300 federal judges and Court of Appeals judges.
Biden be
300,
like, though, my
and
son,
hopefully
Hunter Biden,
3
was in the
great
military,
Supreme
so
Court
I should
judges,
get military
justices.
support.
That is a record, the likes of which very few people. And you know, one of the reasons I'll have so many judges, because President Obama and him left me 128 judges to fill. When you leave office, you don't leave any judges. That's like you just don't do that. They left 128 openings, and if I were a member of his party, because they have a little different philosophy, I'd say if you left us 128 openings, you can't be a good president. You can't be a good vice president. But I want to thank you because it gives us almost. It'll probably be above that number by the end of this term.
Fine, sir.
Dude, Trump is
300
literally
judges,
just going to
it's
put in a
record.
bunch of Republican
Looking at both
judges
your records,
compared to your shitty
why should
Democrat
voters
ones.
elect you president
Like, seriously.
as opposed
Yeah.
to President
Under
Trump?
this
You have 2
president-
minutes uninterrupted.
Under this
Like that's just a
president, we
good
became
opportunity.
maybe-
You just gave
sicker,
Trump the
poorer,
biggest opening
more
ever by
divided,
doing that. That's
and
like
more violent.
really, Obama? Are you
When
that
I was
retarded?
vice president,
And
we
maybe the
inherited a
Republicans
recession.
would get
I
actual
was
good
asked to fix
judges,
it.
unlike
We
Mitt
did. We left
Romney.
him a
Mitt Romney
Yeah,
was
Mitt
a
Romney's a
and
joke.
he caused the recession. With
Yeah,
regard
he's a
to
cuck.
being weaker.
He's a cuck for
The
Black
fact
Lives
is that
Matter.
I've
Dude,
gone
he-
head to
he,
head
like,
with Putin
complained
and made it
about
clear to him
Trump
we're not
even
gonna
though, like,
take any of
Trump,
his
like,
stuff.
funded his
He's
campaign
Putin's
in
puppy. He
2012.
still refuses to
Lol.
even
Mitt
say
Romney's a
the
Democrat.
bounty on the
Yeah,
heads of
basically.
American soldiers.
Your son got
And-
Just like I said, he's a
$300
cuck.
And by the way,
He's one of the
my
remnants of the
son-
Wait a minute.
neocon
Mr.
generation
President,
of the Bush
your
era.
campaign agreed
Yeah, definitely.
that both sides would get 2-minute
Bush made
answers
mistakes.
uninterrupted.
Bush did
Well,
everything
your
wrong.
side agreed to it.
Let's
Yeah, I
not
agree.
deny
But
that.
Bush
Why
is
don't
literally
you
hot
observe what your
garbage.
campaign agreed to as a ground rule, okay,
Yep.
sir?
He never
Even-
keeps his
even
word.
though he was
Yeah,
Republican,
no,
he was-
Clinton
No,
and
I'm not
Bush,
asking- that
aka
was a rhetorical
Clinton,
question.
Bush,
Go ahead.
and
30
Obama,
seconds.
hot
Yeah,
garbage.
yes, you may have.
All right.
Go ahead.
So
Yeah, hot garbage.
Thirdly, we're poor. The billionaires have gotten much
I
more
think
wealthy.
Bush's father,
by
though,
a
did a
tune of
better
over
job
Up,
than
guys,
he
shh.
did,
$400
honestly.
billion more just since COVID. You in the home, you got less. You're in more trouble than you were before. In terms of being more violent, when we were in office, there were 15% less violence in America.
Is everybody
going
gonna
to
forget
He's president of
1997?
the United States. It's on his watch. And with regard to more divided, the
Hey,
nation
Wacky
can't
G,
stay
what's
divided.
up,
We
my
can't
dude?
be this way.
I
And
knew he
speaking
was
of
going
my
to say
son,
something
the way
about
you
Hunter
talk about the
Biden.
military,
I knew he
the
was
way
going
you
to say
talk about them
something
being
about Hunter
losers and
Biden.
being-
Oh, definitely.
and just being
Oh,
suckers.
God.
My son was in
Now
Iraq.
he wants
spent a
the
year there.
military to be on his
He
side.
got-
You know why
he
is the
got
military
Bronze
not
Star.
Dude, the
voting for me?
military's not gonna
Conspicuous
do
Service
shite.
Medal.
What are you
He
talking
was
about?
not a loser. He was a patriot, and the people left behind there were heroes.
Really?
And I resent.
Are you talking
like
about
hell.
Hunter? Are you talking about
I'm
Hunter?
talking about my son, Bo Biden. You're
I
talking
don't know.
about.
I don't know Bo. I know Hunter.
Yeah, you
Hunter
know
got
Bo.
thrown. Hunter got thrown out of the
Isn't it-
military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
Isn't it
That's not
sad
true. It
that
wasn't
Joe
true.
Biden doesn't
Hunter
even
Biden
know what
was
his son
dishonorably
did?
discharged.
Until you became vice
Ouch.
president. And once you
None of
became
that
vice
is
president,
Ouch.
he made a fortune in Ukraine.
Isn't it sad
in China,
that Joe Biden
in
has so
Moscow,
much
It's
dementia that he doesn't
various
even know
other
that his
places.
son got
He made
dishonorably
a son.
discharged?
My son.
And he didn't have a job.
My son, like a
He
lot of
doesn't
people,
even know what
like
his
a lot of
son
people know
did.
at home, had a
Guys,
That
I
just
have
proves
He's
that
like
overtaken
no
it.
children, and
He's-
I'm Joe
he's
Biden.
fixed
Please
it.
vote
He's
for
worked
me.
on it.
Forgets
And
about
I'm
Hunter
proud of
Biden.
him.
Why
I'm
was he
proud of
given
my
tens
son.
of millions?
Yeah,
of
but he
dollars?
has
He
children. He just
Tens
does.
of
Totally,
millions of
that's
doesn't know what
dollars.
totally,
crimes
that's
they
discredited.
You've already been.
Totally discredited.
We've already been through this. I think the American people would rather hear about more substantial
So do I.
subjects. Well, as the moderator, sir, I'm going to make a
I know, but
judgment
when
call
someone
This
here.
moderator is a
$3.5 million
cop.
from the
Let's
mayor
talk
of
This
about
moderator
Moscow.
is a
Let's talk
cop.
Why
about-
don't you just
Gentlemen,
Why don't you
the
just
court
let
is
the two
totally
like start
discredited.
punching each other and see who
Mitt
wins?
Romney on that committee said it wasn't worth taxpayers' money that report. It was
Joe
really-
Biden
We know
would
who
get
would
a heart
win.
attack before Trump.
I'd like to talk about
Joe
climate
Biden
change.
would get a heart attack before Trump
Okay.
even raised his
The
fist.
forest fires in the
Yeah,
West
really.
are raging now. They have burned
Besides,
millions of
Trump is a
acres.
wrestling
They have
champion. He's
displaced
not gonna
Yeah.
be beat.
hundreds of thousands of people. When state
I've just
officials
been
there
playing with this
blamed the
lighter the
fires
whole
on climate
time.
change, Mr. President, you said, I don't think the science knows. Over
Eh,
your 4 years,
hey,
you have
hey,
pulled the U.S. out of the Paris
I'm gonna say
Climate
this right
Accord.
now,
You have
Rowan.
rolled back a
What?
number of Obama
Pretty much every
environmental
president we
records.
have has
What
been in some
do you
sort of
believe about
sport.
the science
I'm
of
just gonna
climate
say that right
change?
now.
And
Yeah.
what will you do in the next 4
Yeah.
years to confront
I've
it?
been
Like
in
Teddy
sports before.
Roosevelt,
Crystal
like
clean water.
like
and
Teddy
air. I want
Roosevelt. You
beautiful,
don't want to
clean
mess
air. We
with
have
Teddy
now the
Roosevelt. He
lowest
was a
carbon.
boxer
If you look at
champion. He'll
our
beat the
numbers right
shit
now,
out of you.
We are.
I know
Oh,
this
guys,
is
guys,
getting
here's a good one.
hunter,
We're on the
though.
We
environment now,
haven't destroyed
guys.
our businesses. Our businesses aren't put out of
No, and
commission.
and
If
then
you look at
Teddy
the Paris
Roosevelt just
Accord, it
comes
was
back
a
from the grave and
disaster
is
from
like,
our
Yeah,
side.
the
"Him and
Paris
big
pe-
stick of
Are
chuckle."
actually very
The
happy
Paris
about
Peace
what's going
Accord
on
was a
because
joke.
our businesses are
Like,
doing well.
honestly.
As far as the fires are concerned, you need forest
Yeah.
management.
Yeah, Paris
in addition to
Climate
everything
Accords are
else.
dumb.
The forest.
Yeah,
is
you
shouldn't
do
be
need
doing
forest
diplomacy with
management.
Western
Yeah,
Europe.
dead
exactly.
trees that are years old.
People
and
wonder
they're-
why the
realize some
California
European
forests are
nations
burning.
and everything else.
People wonder
You
why
drop
the
a cigarette
California
in there, the
forests are
whole
burning, and
forest
that's
burns
because of
down.
poor
Because of
forest
arson.
management.
What do you
You've got
believe?
Arson,
It's
yeah,
not poor
arson,
forest
about the
ma-
science
arson,
of climate
and
change?
poor
Yes.
forest
I
management.
believe that we have to do everything
Yes.
we can to have immaculate
In
air,
fact, only
Literally
you can
immaculate
prevent.
retardation.
whatever else we can that's
Literally
good.
No,
retardation.
no,
A billion
Rowan,
trees, the
Rowan,
billion tree
do they
project.
not know about
It is very
Smokey the
exciting.
Bear?
That-
Only you
that
can prevent
human
forest fires, you fucking dimwit.
Pollution, greenhouse gas emissions contributes to the global warming.
It's
of
like
the
a
planet.
lot of
Smokey the
things do,
Bear
but I
never
think to an
existed for
extent,
them,
yes.
but it's
I
like
think to an
Okay,
extent,
only you can-
but I also
I gotta stop this for a sec. I'm gonna pause the stream. I know it's gonna be delayed. But
Farmer check chat.
All right. Let's take a break and chit chat. I just don't understand how these people don't know about forest fires. It's like, didn't Smokey the Bear teach them anything? Only you can prevent forest fires, dipshit. Guys.
yeah, Western Europe, low. Let's see. So yeah, so you have the crappy, forest management. You have you have somebody that literally started a fire in they started all those fires,
Baby, we didn't start the fire.
and then you got
It
people
was
that complain about
burned.
the environment. Okay, yeah, the climate changes, right? But we're not going to die in the next 10, 20, 50, 100,000 thousands of years, okay? That's ridiculous.
Alexia Ocasio-Cortez said we'd die in 10 years.
Well, I guess we should be like dying already, I guess. But I don't think I'm dying right now. So.
we should have been dead after the Mayan calendar ended in 2012, but here we are, breathing.
Okay. Farmer, pause the stream for a
I
second.
did.
How about-
I did.
I think it's still going.
No, my actual stream is still going, yeah.
Oh, did you just pause
Yeah.
the debate?
I paused the debate, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then we need your consent to say something very funny right now.
How about we save it till after? I just want to talk about what's at hand.
Oh damn, the fans would love
Yeah.
this.
Is it not going to get me like deplatformed?
Oh, we'll get you deplatformed, so I won't say it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
But
it
but
will
as
get
far
you
as
deplatformed.
as far as the environment goes, like
Yeah, like
we have you get change over time. In the past, like what, several hundred years, it's warmed by like 1.5 or 2 degrees, like globally. Like that's literally nothing.
and
did you know there was a
then
2-year
we-
ice age?
Exactly. Yeah, back in
Yes.
the 1700s, there was like a mini ice
no,
age.
it was 1800s actually. I'll look it
Guys,
up.
Gay
Hold on,
Bar
let's
Gaming
do
joined the
all-
chat. Biden 2020. Is that a joke? It better be.
No. It was.
No,
called the
somebody in
Year
my chat
Without
just went
Summer.
like Biden 2020.
No. Okay. It was called the Year Without Summer. It happened on 1815. Okay, a big volcano erupted, and for 2 years, for 2 years there was no summer. Actually, to be honest, that was
Writing
when the
on
book
Biden.
Frankenstein.
Yes.
Hey, Rowan, did you know that the book Frankenstein was written in the year without a summer?
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever
and
seen
Do
the
you know
movie
Gay
Young
Bar Gaming?
Frankenstein?
Pontifex, do you know Gay Bar Gaming?
No.
Okay, good. Gay sounds
Why do
kind
you
of
keep
gay.
asking me if I know all the trolls?
Because I
No,
know that
but
you
you-
know
because
Because
trolls.
of my demographic. Are you being
But-
racist?
Maybe. All right, let's get back to the debate.
I also think we have
Whoops.
I'm just saying.
Oh shoot. Whoops. I clicked a button.
Midland Credit
Damn it,
Management makes
now I gotta
account
watch an
management
ad.
easy with our secure online payment
No,
portal.
I don't care about your stupid
create
ad.
thousands and thousands of jobs.
We've
we
got
can
8
get
minutes
to
left,
and
net
I gotta go
zero
take a
in
piss.
terms of energy production by
But
2035.
hey, Rowan, do you know
Not
what
only
caused
not
the UN out
costing
of
people
summer?
jobs,
A
creating
volcano
jobs.
eruption in
Dude, the
18
climate
Millions of
change
good-paying
plan
jobs.
is
Not
stupid.
$15 an hour, but
No.
prevailing wage.
If the world was
Prevailing
heating
wage.
up
Creating
since-
infrastructure
Dude,
that in
dude,
fact
no,
is green.
no.
And the first thing
If
I
the
will
world
do,
was
I
heating
will
up since the Industrial
Dude.
Revolution,
Prevailing
why-
prevailing wage is literally hot garbage. Rapping dog Biden 2020, bro. No, hashtag Trump. Lol. Prevailing wage is literally hot garbage. That's like, if you're gonna complain about the minimum wage, you know, the minimum wage is meant for your first job. Okay, your minimum wage is not supposed to be the amount of money you earn when you're at the peak of your career. That's just dumb.
But still, though, like there are a lot of Americans who don't go to college and don't usually get like those more advanced jobs and are stuck in minimum wage jobs.
But still, you know, our minimum wage, even if it isn't one of those super liberal ones, is what, $7.25 for federally? You know, that really isn't all that
Yeah.
bad.
Like the minimum wage over here is like $12.50 an hour. I think
For
that's
me,
a fair
for
wage.
me, they're trying to push for 15. Of course they are. So.
join the Paris Accord. I will join the Paris
Teen,
Accord.
Oh,
because
he wants to
15
rejoin the
hours.
Paris Accord,
it's
guys.
all
Great.
falling apart. And talk about someone
God
who has
almighty.
no relationship with foreign policy.
Dude,
Brazil,
the Paris Accord was
rainforests of
basically
Brazil
just a
are
bunch
being
of people that said
torn
that they're
down, are being
possibly
ripped
going to
down.
improve their
More-
environment.
More carbon
but
is
maybe
absorbed
not
by
as
the
well.
You know what it
rainforest
is?
than every bit
It's
of carbon that's
Europeans
emitted in
coming
the
here
United
to tell
States.
us what to do,
Instead
like
of
they did
doing
back in
something
the
about that,
1760s.
I would be gathering up
Yeah.
and making sure we had the countries
this
of the
is
world
why I
coming
don't
up with
favor
$20 billion
diplomacy
and say,
with Western
here's
Europe.
$20 billion. Stop.
Or any
stop
I
other
wish
country.
France would go back to being
tearing
France
down
and
the
Britain would go
forest.
back to being
And if you
Britain
don't,
and not
then you're
like
going to have
Kakistan.
Somalia.
economic consequences. to
What
countries.
Yeah,
about the
Somalia.
argument
Yeah,
that
not
President
Somalia.
Trump
Yeah, you
basically
hit the nail on the
says
head
that
there.
You have to
Yeah.
balance
Totally.
environmental interests and economic interests, and he's drawn his line.
Yeah, you have
Well,
to
he
balance
hasn't
them
drawn
to
line.
a
He
point,
still,
but
for example, make sure that he wants to make sure that
I
methane is
just-
not a problem.
I don't like the
you can now
leadership
emit
of
more
Europe, and I
methane
don't think
without
they
it
should
being
be
a
making
problem.
decisions
Methane.
that affect
This
us
is a
here.
guy who says
Yeah,
that
exactly.
you don't
Like,
have
that-
to have
that's
mileage
why I'm,
standards for
like-
automobiles that exist
That's why
now.
I'm like more
This is a guy who
skeptical of
says
like
that-
NATO and
well,
like
the fact
the
that-
UN.
I'm
the
more
EU,
skeptical
things
of
like
the
that.
U
all
of the
true. And here's
UN
the
because
deal.
the
about
UN
the
is
Green New
literally
Deal,
terrible.
And it's not 2
Yeah.
billion or
They're
20
awful.
billion,
NATO
as you said.
is
It's
somewhat effective, but
$100
UN is
trillion.
literally hot
I'm
garbage.
talking about
Where they
the
wanna rip
Biden
down
plan.
buildings.
Yeah, they
No,
just
no.
don't
and
pay for their
rebuild the
defense.
building.
No.
It's the
Yeah, yeah, a lot of
dumbest,
countries-
most
That is not-
where airplanes.
You know, out of all things, France has like the closest to the 2% of their GDP for the military than like a lot of other countries in Europe. Like literally, not even Germany comes close to France. It's
I
stupid.
think,
It's stupid.
Pontifex, I think
Really
something's
have
wrong with
studied your
America
plan,
right here.
And it includes
Let me just show
upgrading
you
4
this
million
comic bill with
buildings,
it.
weatherizing 2 million homes over 4 years, building 1.5 million energy efficient.
guys, somebody wanted to send me boobs for 2020. Should I show it or not?
What?
What?
It's
Yeah.
cost a lot of money and hurt the economy.
What it's going to do is
Sure,
gonna
just
create
show it on
thousands
this,
and millions
Discord
of
channel.
jobs, good
$100
paying
trillion.
jobs.
What's
Let him
going
finish,
on?
sir.
He doesn't know how to do that.
$100
They,
billion.
the fact is, it's going to create millions of good paying
Bro,
jobs.
just show it on our
and
Discord
these
channel,
tax
or just
incentives to
DM
people,
at me
for
or
people to
something like that,
weatherize, which he
okay?
wants to get rid of. It's going to make the economy much safer. Look how much we're paying now to deal with the hurricanes. With
Would
you
dealing with-
guys-
By the way, he has an answer for hurricanes. He said, maybe
What'd
we
you
should
guys
drop
think
a
of my
nuclear
picture
weapon
that I
on them,
chose for
maybe-
the
I
stream?
never said that
That's
at all.
he did say
You
that.
made it up.
And
see.
here's the deal.
You make up a
we
lot of
we're going to be in a
thumbnail?
position where
Yeah,
we
thumbnail.
can create hard, good jobs by making sure the environment is clean.
I thought the
and we
thumbnail was
all
a
are in better
killer.
shape.
Get
we
it?
spend billions of dollars now. Billions of dollars on
Wait,
floods,
wait, what's the
hurricanes,
thumbnail?
rising
Let me
seas.
see.
We're in real trouble. Look what's happened just in the Midwest with these storms that come through and
Yeah, I
wipe
thought
out
that thumbnail
entire
was killer.
sections and counties in Iowa. They didn't happen before.
Hey,
They're because
but,
of
Dude,
global
yeah, they did happen.
warming. We make
Tornadoes
up
have existed for
15%
quite a
of the
long
world's
time, ding
problem.
dong.
We, in fact, but the rest of the world, we got to get them to come along.
Tornadoes
That's what we
only
have to get
existed when
back
Trump became
into,
president. Don't you
back
know that,
into
Rowan?
the
Yeah, I
Paris
guess that
Accord.
was
All right,
like
gentlemen,
systemic
Wait a minute, Chris, so why
racism
didn't you do
tornadoes,
it for
guys.
47 years? You were vice president. Why didn't you get the world? China.
It's like
sends
Pontifex.
real
It's like
the tornadoes.
dirty-
Pontifex, don't you
Yeah.
love when systemic racism just magically creates environmental disasters? Like, it's so nice, you know?
I know, right?
It's just
Does that mean
wonderful.
God is
Systemic
systemically?
racism and shit.
Well, we want to
Does that mean that God is systemically racist?
Then he made a statement
Gentlemen.
about the military. He said I said something about the military. He and his
Dude, I got
friends made
7
it up,
people
and
in
then
my
they
chat
went
right
with
now.
it. I
Holy,
never said
hello
that.
everybody.
What
Welcome
he
to
did
the
was
welcome to
he
the
said-
stream.
He called
Mr.
the
Vice-
military.
Mr. Vice
You got
President.
70
stupid
people.
I
And he
did
said
not
it on
say
tape.
that.
Damn, he's
He
got
said,
7
Mr.
people in the
stupid
stream. That's
bastard.
pretty
He said
Chad.
it.
Stop.
I
Yeah,
would
not gonna
never
lie.
say that to
Play
the
it.
military.
Play it.
7.
Go ahead, Mr.
You're on
Vice
tape.
President.
You'll be
Answer
funny.
his
What?
final question.
If I put my
final question
YouTube
is, I
channel
can't
link in
remember which
chat,
of all
I'm
his
kidding.
rantings.
Yeah,
I'm in a
please
little
not.
trouble myself.
I'm kidding. I'm
But,
not an advertising
and,
cuck.
and about the economy.
You can do that in
and
my
about this
advertising
question
on
of what
my.
it's gonna
Oh,
cost.
somebody disliked my
The
video,
economy.
guys.
I mean, the Green New Deal and the
Somebody
idea of
dis-
what your
denied
environmental
climate
thing
change
will
moment.
do.
The Green New Deal.
Monkey. Oh, wait a
pay for
second.
itself as
Who's-
we move
who's
forward.
rapping,
You're not
dog,
gonna
dude?
build plants that,
I
in
don't know.
fact, are great polluting plants.
He's
You're gonna
posting
build-
monkey. I
Deal?
feel like he's one of those
Pardon me?
monkey
You
dudes.
support
No, I
I have
don't
a bad
support the
feeling
Green
about
New
this.
Deal.
Don't. Oh, well, that's
Hey,
a big statement.
No,
I
Support
mean,
you
you.
just the radical left.
Dude.
I,
Like,
I
he-
support
you
the
don't.
Rapping
Biden
dog, what do you
plan
think about
that
the
I put
Industrial
forward.
Revolution?
The Biden plan.
No,
which is
we're not
different
gonna-
than what he calls the
We're gonna do
radical
it. We're gonna
Green
do
New
it.
Deal.
All right, gentlemen, final segment.
This dude's okay. This dude's
Election
like
integrity.
saying
As we
inappropriate
meet
things in my
tonight,
chat. Not
Millions
cool.
of Americans are receiving mail-in ballots.
I think the
or
most
going to vote
inappropriate thing
early.
that happened in your chat was me
confident
saying riding
should
on
we be
Biden in
that this will
2020.
be a fair election?
No, 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 he
What
said
are you
something even
prepared to
worse.
do over the next 5
Wait, in the server?
plus weeks,
No, no, no,
because
in
it'll
the
not only be to
YouTube chat.
election day, but also counting
He
some
made a-
ballots,
he was trying to
mail-in
make a
ballots
cock and
after
ball
election
torture
day.
joke.
What are you prepared to do to reassure the
Wait,
American
wait,
people
I didn't
that
even
the next
see it.
president
I got rid
Yeah.
of
will
it.
be
That's
the
why.
legitimate winner of this election?
No, but
in
I
this
didn't
final
even
segment,
see him
Mr.
send
Vice
it.
President,
Yeah,
you go
because I
first.
blocked it.
Prepared to let people vote. They should go to
Cock and ball
iwillvote.com.
torture. Wikipedia.
These
Decide
guys
how
are
they're gonna
posting
vote,
monkey
when they're gonna
moments,
vote, and what
monkey
means by
meat.
which
What
they're
is
gonna
this
vote.
crap,
His own
bro?
Homeland Security Director, and as well as
Way
the
to
FBI
find
Director,
monkey
says there
emojis.
is no
Thank you
evidence at
guys
all
for
that
telling me they're
mail-in
monkey
ballots
emojis.
are
I
a
love
source
monkey
of
monkey
being
emojis. I like the
cheating.
orangutan one the
They
best.
said that. The
Hey,
fact is that
orangutans
there
are
gonna
pretty
be
cool, not
millions
gonna
of
lie.
people because of
You ever
COVID
watch the movie
Yeah.
Every Which Way But
voting by
Loose?
mail-in ballots, like he does, by the way.
I don't
He
think I
sits
have.
behind the
It's a
Resolute
Clint
Desk
Eastwood
and
movie.
It's a
sends ballots to
classic, bro.
Florida. Number one. Number two.
Hey, Rowan.
We're gonna
Hey,
make
Rowan,
sure
I'm
that
not gonna
those
lie,
people
but I'm
who
hungry
want to
for
vote in
some
person
cat.
Are able to vote
I'm
because there are
hungry
enough
for
poll
some
watchers
cat.
there to make sure they
Dude,
have
honestly-
social
Yeah.
distance. The polls are open on time, and the polls stay
Honestly,
open
it would be
until
so
the votes
cool to
are
have a
counted.
pet monkey
And this
besides
is
having
all
your
about
face
trying
ripped
to
off.
dissuade people
Bruh.
from voting because
All right,
he's
well,
trying
let's get back to the
to
debate.
scare people into thinking that it's not going to be legitimate. Show up and vote. You will determine the outcome of this election. Vote, vote, vote. If you're able to vote early in your state, vote early. If you're able to
Dude,
vote
Hans
in
literally
person,
subscribed to
vote
my
in
YouTube
person,
channel.
vote
What should I
whatever
do?
way is the best way for you, because you
Bam,
will. He
from your YouTube
cannot
channel.
stop
Kidding.
you from being able to
There isn't
determine the
anything
outcome
you
of
can
this
do.
election.
You're kind
And in
of
terms of whether
dead.
or not when the votes are counted and they're all counted, that will be accepted.
You
Joe
can't
If I
Rogan
win,
force him to
that will be
unsub.
accepted. If
Who
I
are
lose,
these
it'll be
people?
accepted.
Joe
But by
Rogan
the way,
monkey? What the
If
hell?
in fact he says he's not sure what he's going to accept, well, let me tell you something. It doesn't
Wait a
matter,
minute. Is
because
this,
if we get the votes, it's going to
are
be
these
all
people
over.
from
He's
Hans
going to
or
go.
something?
He can't stay in power.
Yeah, that's
It
what
won't
I'm
happen.
wondering.
It won't happen.
I mean, I
I
don't
think
care.
it is.
Just
I
make
Yeah,
sure
think
you
it
understand.
is.
You have it in your control
I think
to
it is.
determine
Let's be
what this
honest.
country's
I
gonna
think
look
it
like the
is.
next 4 years. Is it going to change?
You know what,
or is it
Biden?
4
We're gonna
more
vote,
years of
and
these
you know what? Who
lies?
we're gonna vote for? We're not gonna vote for you.
President,
That's who.
2 minutes.
So when I listened to Joe. Joe talking about a transition. There's been no transition from when I won. I won that election.
Yeah,
Who is this
Biden,
magic
Look at
Yog dude?
Look at
What
Hillary
the?
Clinton. If you look at all of the different people,
But
there
then
was no
there's just
transition
Cuomo
because they
standing there
came after
saying,
me trying
"You
to do
shouldn't
a
get out of the
coup.
house."
They came after me spying on my campaign. They started from the day I won and even before I won. From the day I came down the escalator with our first lady, they
You
were a
shouldn't
disaster.
get out
They
of
were
the
a
house,
disgrace to our
Georgie.
country. And we've
You
caught
should
them.
stay
We've
inside
caught
the
them all.
house.
We've got it
Don't
all on
vote
tape.
for the
We've caught them all.
president.
And by the way,
Let
you
us steal
gave
the
the idea
election.
for the Logan Act against General Flynn. You better take a look at that because we caught you in a sense. And President Obama was sitting in the office. He knew about it too. So don't tell me about a free transition. As
Cuomo
far as
gang.
the ballots are concerned, it's a disaster. A solicited ballot, okay, solicited. is
Yeah, we got a
okay.
lot of voter
You're
fraud. This is a
soliciting,
problem.
You're asking, they send it back, you send it back.
Yeah,
I did
it
that.
is gonna be a
If
lot
you
of
have an
voter fraud.
unsolicited, they're
Main
sending
problem is I'm
millions
not
of
18,
ballots
so I
all over
can't
the
vote.
country. There's fraud.
Mail-in
They found
ballots
them
are
in
not a good
creeks.
idea, to be
They found
honest.
some with the name Trump. Just happened to have the name Trump just the other day in a waste
You know
paper
what else
basket.
isn't a good idea?
They're being sent all over the place. They sent two
Guess
in
what,
a
guys?
Democrat
Guess
area.
what?
They sent
Who
out
is that
1,000
Nick
ballots.
guy?
Everybody got.
I don't
This
know.
is going to be a
Who's
fraud
Magic
like you've
Yog
never seen.
and why is
The
that
other
a
thing,
JoJo
it's
profile
nice
picture?
on November 3rd. You
Yeah,
watch
really.
and you see who won the election.
Oh,
And
well.
I think we're going to do well because
Welcome to
people
the
are
stream.
really happy with the job we've done. But
Hope
you
you
know
enjoy
what?
the
We
debate.
won't know. We might not know for months.
No, what's with
because
this
these
manhunt
ballots are going to be all
all
over.
of a sudden?
Take a
I
look at
mean,
what happened
Magic
in Manhattan.
Yog
Take a look at what
JoJo
happened
profile
in New Jersey.
picture.
Take a look at what happened in
Aye,
Virginia
aye,
and other
aye,
places.
aye.
They're not losing 2%.
Not a fan of JoJo,
1%.
not gonna
By the
lie.
way, it's too
Anime.
much. An election could be won or lost with that. They're losing 30 and 40%. It's a fraud,
Okay.
and it's a shame. And can you imagine where they say,
Not a
you
fan
have
of
to have
JoJo
your
either.
ballot
It's
in
just
by
JoJo memes
November
that become
10th.
sort of boring.
November 10th. That means that's
There is
7
regular
days
Reddit
after
cringe.
the election. In theory, should have
Reddit
been
is
announced.
kinda
We have
cringe.
major
No,
states
time-
with that,
sir.
all run by
Dude,
Who is
that's
this?
a
What
ban.
is this
TikTok
Roman
will go
holiday
away
stuff?
at ban
It's
Reddit.
President
What is
Trump,
this?
I'll be happy.
Hold up, hold up.
You're going to be able to.
What is this Roman holiday stuff?
It's a song apparently.
That it's going to
Okay.
lead to fraud.
What does this pertain
But
to
in
the video, to the
2018,
stream right now?
In the last midterm
Bruh?
election,
Living in
31
the
million
gangster's
people voted
paradise.
mail-in voting. That was a quarter, more than a quarter of all the voters that year cast their ballots by mail. Now that millions of mail-in ballots have gone out, what are you going to do about it? And are you counting on the Supreme Court,
Pontifex
including
is
a
just
Justice
like,
Barrett,
what?
to settle any dispute?
Yeah, I think I'm
Yes.
counting on them to look at the ballots. Definitely, I don't. Think I hope we don't need
well,
that.
you what? Just
in
drink
terms
some
of the election
water.
itself. But for the ballots, I think so. Because
Yes.
what's happening
Some
is
water,
incredible.
yeah.
I just heard, I read today, where
Wait.
at least 1% of the ballots
We need
for
this content to be
2016
wholesome, no
were
dirty jokes.
Yeah,
invalidated.
let's try to
They-
keep it clean.
They take them. We don't like them. We don't like them.
Yeah.
We
What
throw
do you
them
do
out
about it?
left
There
and
are
right.
Because
millions of ballots
Susan's
going out.
gonna
You
like
do
No,
is
no,
you-
no, okay.
You do a
Okay, guys in chat, we're not talking about Roman holiday. Stop it. This is the presidential debate. Nobody
They
cares.
use
Crucifixion.
You either do, Chris, a solicited ballot where you're sending it in, they're sending it back, and you're sending. They have mailmen with lots of it. Did you see what's going on? Take a look at West Virginia. Mailmen selling the ballots. They're being sold. They're being dumped in rivers. This
Yeah,
is
nobody.
everybody
Yeah,
talking
a
about
lot of
Roman
these
holiday?
ballot.
This is
This
not-
ballot
no-
fraud
This
is
is
legit,
not
though.
going to
This
end
is
well.
actually
There is
real.
no
This
evidence
is
of that.
not going
Vice
to
President
end well.
Biden.
5 states
fact,
have had
go ahead,
mail-in
sir.
ballots for the last
Dude, Biden
decade
can't
or
claim
more.
that this
5,
isn't going to
including 2
happen and
Republican
that this
states.
isn't a problem.
And
It's
you
so
don't have
dumb.
to solicit the ballot. It's sent to you. It's sent to your home. What we're saying is, they're saying is that it has to be a postmark by
Overwhelming
the time,
by our
election
suffocating
day.
schedule,
If it doesn't
torturing
get
a
in till
European
the
princess
7th,
and
8th, 9th,
all I'm
it
getting is
still
a
should
1953
be
movie.
counted. He's just
Why?
afraid of counting the votes because he
You're
knows what the
wrong.
outcome
You're
is.
wrong.
No, I want to continue with you on this,
I love
Vice
that.
President Biden. because
Chris, he's so wrong when he makes
in
a
fact,
statement
no,
like that.
excuse me.
I
Vice
have
President
no
Biden,
idea,
the
but I
biggest
think they're
problem,
talking
in
about a
fact,
movie
over
from
the years with
1953.
mail-in voting has not been fraud historically.
No.
It has been that sizable number,
Okay,
sometimes
so
hundreds
they're
of thousands
talking about
of
a
ballots
song.
are thrown out because
Yeah.
Not a movie.
Okay, but I don't really care about your song. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, but Roman holiday,
The
Roman
Supreme Court
holiday,
with the
Roman
Justice
holiday.
Yeah, I
That's
don't care
more
about your
important
Roman
than
holiday. I'm
this
sorry.
debate.
I'm concerned that any court would settle this because here's the deal.
Rome doesn't
When
exist
you,
anymore.
When you file,
except
when
for
you
the
get
city,
a
of
ballot
course.
and you fill it out, you're supposed to have an affidavit. If you didn't know, you have someone say that this is me. You should be able to, if in fact you can verify that's you before the ballot is thrown out, that's sufficient to be able to count the ballot. because
Honestly, I
someone
like the
made a
Summer of
mistake
'69
and not
better. It's a good song.
dotting the correct I.
Not
who they
cool,
voted
dude.
for, testify, say who they voted for. say it's you.
Bro,
that is
No.
this has nothing to do
Explain
with
it
that.
When you
I
have
have a final-
80 million ballots,
Gentlemen, I have a final
Senate
question.
is
No,
swamping
I was
the
just saying
system.
about
you
salt.
know it can't
Yeah,
be.
Rome
You
is in
know
Europe,
it
that's
can't be.
right.
Actual
Already,
debate.
it's been
So now-
fought
Yeah,
both
nobody like
sides.
cares about the actual
Final
debate
minute.
right now.
Final
million
question
people
is,
a
$80
day.
in
million
8
ballots.
states, we can keep talking.
It's
in
a-
8
it's a
states,
disgrace.
election workers are prohibited.
Let's get back to
currently by
let's
law,
get back
8
to the
states,
point.
from even beginning to process ballots, even take them out of the envelopes and
Yes.
flatten them until Election Day. That means that it's likely, because there's going to be a huge increase in mail-in balloting.
Dude,
that we
why
are not gonna
bother?
know on election
Why,
night.
why bother with mail-in ballots when you can literally put on your safe space mask, go to the voting
Wear a
area,
mask.
vote,
Go to the
and
voting booth.
go home? Okay? If you can't do that, you kind of retarded. I'm sorry, but
Who the winner is,
just
and it could be
go
days,
outside
it could be
and
weeks,
just
Could be
do
months.
until we
voting
find
like
out who
any
the,
other year.
the
okay?
new president is. So
This is ridiculous.
First for you, sir. Finally, for
This
the,
is
for the
becoming a
vice president,
boogaloo
I hope neither
moment.
of you will
No,
interrupt the
it's a
other.
boomer moment. Wouldn't
Will
you agree,
you
Pontifex?
urge your supporters to stay calm
honestly,
during
I'd
the
say it's
extended
just like a
period,
fucking stupid
not to
moment.
engage
No, no,
in
it's a
any
millennium
civil
moment.
unrest, and will you pledge
It's a millennium
tonight
moment.
that you will not declare victory until the
Boomers.
election
I
has
hate
been
my life.
independently
Millennials.
certified?
I hate my life.
President Trump, you
I'm
go
urging
first.
my
Zoomers.
supporters to
Beep,
go
la
into the
vida, la
polls
beep.
and watch very carefully
La
because
Zoomer,
that's
la
what has to
boomer.
happen. I am urging them to do it. As you know, today there was a big problem in Philadelphia. They
La
went in to
Coomer.
watch. They're
No.
called poll watchers. A very safe,
Why'd
very
you
nice
have
thing.
to bring that
They were
up?
thrown out. They weren't allowed
I
to
had
watch.
to.
You know why? Because bad things
You
happen
demonetization
in Philadelphia. Bad
bastard.
things. And I am urging.
Yes.
I
I
am
mean,
urging
you don't have to
my
worry
people.
about
I
getting
hope it's gonna be a
demonetized
fair
at this
election. If it's a
stage.
fair
You're urging
election,
them
Well, yeah, I
I'll
know.
be
Ad revenue when
100%
you're
on board.
1,000
But if I
subs or
see
something.
tens
Yeah.
of thousands
sometimes-
of ballots
really-
being
sometimes-
manipulated, I
What we
can't
mean is we
go
don't
along.
want to get like
Sometimes,
And I'll tell you
What
what,
does that
from
from
a
a
common
common
sense,
Does that mean
I'll
you're going
tell
to
you what
tell
it
your
means.
I know,
people to
but
take
sometimes
It means you have a
YouTube
fraudulent
demonetizes
election.
people for no
You said
reason
you
at
got
all.
80
And
million
what would you
ballots.
do
They're
about
not.
that?
They're not equipped to. These people aren't equipped to handle it. Number one. Number two.
Okay.
They cheat. They cheat. Hey, they found ballots in a waste paper basket.
No, he can't,
3 days
'cause
ago,
he's the same
and
age
they all
as
had
me.
the name
All right.
military ballots. They were military. They all had the name Trump on them.
Vice President
think
Biden,
that's good?
Vice President Biden, final question
Which
to
is
you.
kinda
Will you
suck.
urge your supporters to stay calm while the vote is counted?
can
and
vote.
will
Who do you want me to
pledge
vote for?
Not to declare victory until the election is independently certified.
Yes, and here's the deal.
Anyone who
They count
isn't
the ballots, as you
Biden.
pointed out, some of these ballots in some states can't even be opened until Election Day. And if there's thousands of ballots, going to take time to do it. And by the way, our
I'd even
military,
vote for,
they've been voting by ballots
Genghis
since the
Khan.
end of
Make
the Civil
Genghis
War.
Khan
Oh,
great
guys,
again.
guys! This Hans guy just told me he doesn't know who Pontifex is.
You should remember me. He was on my server.
Right. The reason, if this guy is actually different, either he happens to have the same profile picture.
It's the same name. His name was all
Or-
caps.
Or he's playing stupid.
He's playing stupid.
Huh. This is
All right,
interesting.
debate's over on my end.
Because once the winner is declared after
Well, you
all
just
the
turn
all
on
the ballots
the-
are counted, all the votes
If
are
you want to
counted,
watch like the
that'll be
last
the
little
end of it.
bit of it,
that'll be the end of
I'm
it.
a little delayed
and
on
if
it
it's me,
because I
in
paused
fact,
it a few
fine.
times.
If it's not me, I'll
Yeah.
support the outcome. And I'll be a president not just for the Democrats. I'll be a president for Democrats and Republicans.
Cool.
And
A
this
president
guy-
for
He'll
Democrats
support
and
the
Republicans,
outcome.
bro.
Gentlemen, you say that's the end of
Biden,
it? This is the end of
Biden,
this
I'll
debate?
support the
Ballot
outcome.
count.
So
We're
then
gonna
you'll
leave it
support
there.
Trump becoming president.
To be continued
does.
as in more debates as we go on. President Trump, Vice President Biden, it's been an interesting hour and a half. I want to thank you both for participating.
God,
in the
he's
first of
such
three
a bad
debates that you have
moderator.
agreed to engage
Yeah,
in.
terrible
He's so-
moderator.
he's so
Western Reserve
unassertive.
University and the Cleveland Clinic for
Can they
hosting
get a
this
different
event. The next
Can they get a
debate,
different
sponsored by the
moderator?
Commission on
Well, it
Presidential
only gets
Debates,
worse from
will be
there.
1 week from tomorrow, October 7th, at the
Yeah, it'll only
University
get
of
worse
Utah
from there until the
in Salt
moderator
Lake
just
City. The two
overrules and
vice
says, "I
presidential
hate you."
nominees, Vice President Mike Pence and Senator Kamala Harris, will debate
Oh,
at 9 p.m.
VP
Eastern that
Mike
night. We hope
Pence
you
versus
watch.
Kamala Harris.
Until
That's going to
then,
be
thank you.
interesting.
Oh.
Oh,
Who do you think would rule on that one?
Thank you.
Oh.
He says his profile pic was from Wolfenstein.
oh,
Oh.
That's literally the same PFP as Hans, though.
Oh.
Oh, here's Melania now.
Oh.
And Joe's just standing there like sulking in the corner watching as he got
Oh.
defeated. Poor Joe.
Oh goodness. Oh.
Dude, I love how like nobody's
Oh.
clapping for Joe right now.
Oh. Oh.
Can I vote? No, I cannot vote yet.
Joe Biden's wife is literally named Karen. Do you want a Karen as your first lady?
No.
Joe Biden is a male version of Karen. I'm just gonna point that
Wait a
out.
minute, wait a minute. Also Mike Pence's wife is named Karen too.
All right.
notice that?
Okay. Okay, this Hans dude. So, does his numbers match up with the ones that were on your server previously?
I wouldn't know.
How long's it been since you last saw him?
It's been a few months, I believe. Also, why are we streaming server drama?
We're not gonna we'll cancel that. I think before we'll talk about that after. Server drama can
China's
stay.
problem. China's problem is
Okay,
a big China
all right.
problem.
Let's see.
I don't like that China country
All
ball
right,
there.
let's
That
talk
China
about
country
this.
ball
Like
sucks.
we said, let's talk about what happened tonight. So, as we can see, Biden got completely walked all over. He literally sucks. You know, he literally Trump just basically made fun of him the whole time. Wouldn't you guys agree?
I mean, both of them had their strengths and weaknesses in this debate, but I think like Trump had more of an advantage than Biden did. Like,
Definitely.
Yeah.
but both those strengths and weaknesses of everyone will come back and bite them in the ass. Like the tax returns on Trump's end and Hunter Biden on Joe's end. You know,
Yeah,
that'll come back to bite them.
for sure. Let's
Maybe they
see.
both won't get elected. Can we get a third party member elected?
Dude, the Libertarian Party candidate sucks this time around. I would not support her.
Yeah, she wants to
No.
legalize
She wa-
prostitution.
She wants open borders, so that's a big no-no for me.
No, I'm not even talking
That's why I
about
don't.
Libertarian
That's why I
Party.
don't like libertarians.
We need a
Most
new
libertarians
party.
don't
We
like
need a
open
new
borders,
party.
but yeah, we do. You know what? We do need it. We need a new Republican Party that actually believes in Republican values. Like seriously.
Oh no, I'm sorry
like,
becoming a
I mean, the
fascist
Republican
myself.
Party's starting to based. The Republican Party is starting to change, like ever since Trump took hold. in
Yeah,
office.
it is. It is. You're
But-
right.
The problem is, if he doesn't win this election, those changes aren't going to take hold.
Yeah, and then it's gonna
Like,
collapse.
give him
Yeah,
into
another
the Whig
4
Party.
years, and the Republican Party will be actually good again.
Like it'll. If it doesn't,
Yeah.
then it'll end up like the Whig Party that kind of went back in the 1800s.
The Bull Moose Party.
Oh God, I don't know. You know what? My opinion of Teddy Roosevelt's changed over the years. I used to think of him as like both of Teddy's as good, but they're actually not to a sense. I would
Like,
say that
What do you mean?
what?
What do you mean?
I would say that the second Teddy to be president was probably practiced more tyranny than the first one, but
There
Yeah,
there
well, I don't
was
think
no
he did
second.
run constitutional.
yeah.
There was no second Teddy. I'm just saying Theodore Roosevelt, great man, got shot in the abdomen, didn't die.
Yeah, yeah, well, like the first Teddy, you know, that was in office, like he like ended up busting a bunch of like, you know, quote unquote, monopolies
Monopolies.
over oil, you know, and stuff like that. And you know,
He did a good job on that. But the second Roosevelt, I think his social programs were too expanded.
oh yeah, like he made Social Security, and now Social Security's in the red zone. So great.
He has the boomers.
Because the boomers, yeah. See, here's the thing. Here's how these government programs were supposed to work. Like, let's take Medicare, for instance. Medicaid. Well, not so much Medicaid, but more Medicare. Medicare was supposed to, at the time when it came about, it was given, if you got to be 65, you were beyond the you were at the like life expectancy or a little beyond it at the time. It was for those people that made it to that, which was definitely a lot, but not as much as today.
I mean,
And
Medicaid
it
was
was,
mostly for the poor, though.
and
Like,
yes, for the poor, yes. But Medicare, it was, and that's was supposed to change. Obviously it should. As life expectancy increases and people live longer, that number should be up from 65 to like I don't know 80 for a starter. I don't know, maybe higher. Um, because right now it's just getting more and more bloated. And eventually you're going to be paying more for that than you are for even our military, which is already $700 billion.
yeah.
Which is just that's huge on
And
its own. And then
isn't
you've
it
got,
sad how much money our government spends?
I mean, honestly, we don't even, people always say, well, whenever you talk about, people that just want to make some improvements to our budget on our military, and they think that you're like, you want to abolish the military. In my case, no. I just think that you should like probably put it down to 500 billion and then just keep it there for a while unless you absolutely need more funding, because right now Congress just says, oh, well, the army says, well, we don't need this, we don't want this, and Congress is like, well, sorry, you're gonna have it anyway because politicians like jobs and like crony shit. So go figure. You know what I mean, Pontifex?
Hmm.
Yeah.
You know how like
Well, like,
they get those jobs for like arms manufacturing and stuff.
yeah, what we need to do is kind of curb the influence of the military industrial complex. Like,
Yes, big
this is
time.
what causes this is one of the things that causes to go to war so frequently in the Middle East.
Yeah,
Like, honestly, if we really want to put those arms to good use, we could be exporting them and like benefiting our economy with
Yeah.
like tariffs on them.
yeah, exactly. Like exporting them to, I don't know, Europe, other
Like,
countries
we
that
could be
want to buy
sending
them.
those to Ukraine, Armenia, the Syrian rebels that I think are dead now. I don't know. Is that war over?
I don't give
I
a
haven't
damn
been
about
keeping up
Syria.
with foreign wars because
Syria is being
terror.
invaded by like Turkey, so they're having fun with that one.
What, the government or the rebels? Oh
No, like Turkey is invading Syria, legit.
Yeah.
They also like, what's funny? The guy that's currently the president of Turkey, he kind of like changed his
Erdogan?
country. He went from having like a republic with like a parliament and parliament actually being important to making himself a presidential republic, which basically means that he's in charge of making a lot of decisions, which gives him more power, but it's a
Ottoman
double-edged
Empire
sword.
2.0.
It's a double-edged sword, see? He has more power, but he also becomes extremely unpopular because he's the one that is at the foot of making decisions. Just like how the French president is incredibly unpopular because, well, Macron is an idiot, so there you have it.
Ottoman Empire.
I mean, Macron.
French,
If
you
you don't know
surrender.
anything about, I mean, Macron is just an absolute idiot. There's I
Yeah,
don't know
he
what
is.
else to say
No
about him.
doubt about it.
He's just he literally like shakes Trump's hand for like 5 minutes in a row, and it's like, oh yeah, you totally do this, yeah, okay. um, and France is great and all, but he's just same with Angela Merkel, But anyway, back to Turkey. So that's a double-edged sword. He gets more power, but then he becomes incredibly unpopular, which he has become incredibly unpopular, more and more unpopular because of his more starting to go kind of alt-right stuff. Because before, he actually went a little more center on things and started to be, become a little more, I suppose you could say, be more Republican, But then he kind of like reversed himself and went back to being like Mr. Muslim boy, Mr. Islam boy, and did some of that crap again. So
Yeah.
that's just Turkey. Turkey's a mess, dude. Turkey is like it's a republic, but it's not the most stable in Europe by any means, and for the Middle East for that matter. So. Oh, and I think I figured out why. You know why we support Saudi Arabia, dude?
Why? Is the
Because-
oil?
No, because their army sucks. I think that's why. Because apparently the Saudi Arabian army is literally worse than Iran. So go figure. Anyway, back to the debate. So, yeah, Trump did pretty good, I'd say, from what I saw anyway. The moderator was terrible. Not gonna lie, literally like hot garbage. Biden seemed pretty weak with a lot of his arguments, you know. Anything else you guys want to say about it?
Well,
not really.
I want to agree with you that the moderator was hot garbage, but the second thing I also want to say is we're gonna have to end this stream pretty soon. It's getting late.
Yeah, it is. I
True.
know it's almost 11. What about you, Pontifex? Any points you want to add to this?
Not really. We already pretty much said everything that could be said.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
We talked about the environment, the economy. The economy doesn't. We need to go back to opening things up, and you know, forced mask wearing is kind of dumb. I mean, it's kind of tyranny. Like I saw a video of somebody like literally getting tased for not wearing a mask at a football game. Like seriously, it's so dumb.
And I saw people making a fit about not wearing a mask either, which is kind of dumb if you're going to be in a public
Yeah,
area.
you know what happened in my local grocery store actually? Some guy was like walking down the wrong way down the aisle, and like a fist fight ensued. Like that's how dumb, like some of the people in my like county are. I'm listening to the story and I'm like, is that a joke? And they're like, nope. I'm like, damn. That person's pretty screwed up if they're gonna complain about the fact you're walking down the aisle the wrong way, because they want you to go down the aisle a certain way, when you're walking through the grocery store. It's like nobody follows the rule and nobody really cares, and then like this one guy had a problem with it.
Yeah.
So dumb. The economy. Yeah. What else? Let's see. Anything else I can think of here?
No, I think we said already all we had to say, and we're gonna have to end the stream soon. My dad's texting me right now. He's telling me why saying cuck is not great for when he probably is one though, even if it's the real definition of it.
Who?
The guy
Who's
that
a
allows
cuck?
somebody else, moderator, probably.
Me saying cuck is not appropriate or something?
No, not well. I mean, the definition of cuck is someone who allows someone else to have sex with your girlfriend. Blah blah blah.
Well,
That's the
no,
real
he's a
definition of
cuck
it.
because he stands there and just allows them to scream over each other when he keeps complaining
Yeah.
about the fact that they're doing that. He is a literal cuck. I'm sorry, but he's a literal cuck. Let's see. Let me think of anything else. I don't think there is, but if I think of anything else, probably cops. I'm gonna say that Biden is very weak. I don't find his argument that he likes police very convincing, especially when he said that Trump gave less money to police. Like I completely doubt that. That's like you must have found that off of like Wikipedia or something. Because Biden would be the exact person that would probably defund the police. Not gonna lie. So, our economy improving? Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't think it's really failing. It did take quite a dive, but it's probably getting back where it's supposed to be, which is a good thing. So, yeah, the world isn't ending. But I think that's
Nice.
about it for this. For the stream anyway, so
Yeah.
pretty good stream.
Yeah.
I got 7 likes,
How about-
1 dislike.
How
Not bad.
about we ended at the 2-hour mark, okay?
The 2-hour mark?
Yeah, for the ongoing call.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we've already been at this for 2
Yeah, like
hours.
well, yeah, I'm just saying we already got like I don't know, like 20 seconds left to go. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, whoever you guys are.
Yeah,
And
definitely. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Glad you enjoyed it. Glad you came
Yeah,
out
have
and
fun,
watched.
guys. It was pretty good.
yeah, have fun, guys. And
Hope you
remember,
enjoyed
don't
my
let
new
Basement
MAGA
Biden
hat.
win.
Yeah, don't let Biden win.
Yeah, it was
I mean, if you're not gonna
yeah,
vote
like I
for
enjoyed
either
the
of them,
stream. Like
if you're not gonna
I
vote for
don't-
either
we
of
all
them,
enjoyed too.
I hope.
I don't have a Trump Pence hat, but I do have a Boonie hat that I like to wear a lot.
if you're not gonna vote Trump or Biden, I wouldn't vote Libertarian this time around either. So just like vote yourself or something. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's just not
but
worth it if you don't like
my-
either of the candidates.
my father even watched the debate. Not me around, but my dad was upstairs probably watching the debate. Yeah, he did say that the moderator was a sort of hot bag of hot garbage. It definitely showed favoritism towards the left.
Yeah, he was giving a lot of nice remarks to Biden, and Trump just walked over, like Trump, like you could say Trump definitely walked over all over Biden, but even more so on the moderator. You know, that's like, please tell me the next moderator is somebody competent. Like, I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah,
The-
really.
The next one's probably gonna be from CNN or ABC.
It better not. I heard. Didn't you guys hear that? Like, Joe Rogan wanted to have the next debate on his show.
Yeah.
I thought that would be kind of cool. What do you guys think?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't like Joe Rogan because he's like one of those pro-drug people.
Yeah,
But like, I think he would provide a balanced aspect to it since
Yeah.
he doesn't support either of them.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know what you mean by drug and stuff. I think he was talking with like he was talking with somebody about that, about his drug experience or drugs or some weird crap. And then like Alex Jones was like commenting on it or something. Alex Jones has been on his channel a few times. They're actually like friends. And then he had like
Yeah.
Elon Musk on the show. That was nice.
But hey, wait.
Speaking of
but
Elon
hey,
Musk.
Elon
Elon Musk is actually like Elon Musk is actually like making guns for the Space Force, and they're also going to be sold on the civilian market. So you actually be
You
able
know
to
Oh,
buy
pretty
like
cool.
you'll be able to buy like a Space Force gun. So that'll be nice.
Nice.
It'll be totally epic.
Not
Not a fan of his electric cars, but I don't really care. I mean, they are nice. They're not ugly. They're not SUVs.
Here's a story for you guys that my dad just texted to me. On October 11, 2006, the Washington Post reported that Wallace had been registered as Democrat for more than 2 decades. Wallace explained his party affiliation as Pargantism or whatever, saying being that a Democrat is only feasible means of participating in political process in a heavily Democratic Washington, D.C.
I mean,
He
the thing is, the
maintained that he
Democratic
had
Party,
voted for candidates both the major parties in the past 74.
like the thing
Okay.
is about like the Democratic Party is like they're not even that democratic anymore.
So basically, Wallace
So-
only voted Democrat so he could not be killed in Washington D.C. That makes a lot of sense because Washington D.C. is a major Democrat hellhole. I mean, you're gonna live in
Yeah.
if you're gonna live in Washington D.C. It's either be Democrat or
Well, I mean, if you're a
end up
rich
missing
millionaire,
one day.
living in DC is a breeze, but otherwise, yeah, forget it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're living in D.C. and you're not a rich millionaire, it's either vote Democrat or end up missing.
I mean, conveniently, in the housing crisis
Can-
of 08, Washington, D.C. didn't suffer at all. But everything else did because, rich politicians buying houses. Wow.
No, but doesn't it kind of just seem a little bit scary that in some cities, if you don't vote Democrat, you end up missing. Nobody knows where you are.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's
Well,
like
in my
you're either
area, most
abducted or
every-
killed.
That's the thing is, like, in our state, at least, I don't know about Mass, but in our state, or New
just-
York, everything above like New York City is pretty much red except for Albany and Buffalo.
I actually at one time Albany and Buffalo were red, but New York still had like 40% of the vote
Well, yeah,
due
exactly.
to New York City.
Well, what about you, Pon? What's the contrast between red and blue in your state?
So it's pretty much 2 blues for 1 red. It sucks here. Never live in Massachusetts. Don't feel it. Just don't.
Yeah, I know somebody who lives in Mass actually too. Well, he was gonna join us, but I don't think he. Yeah, he might later. I don't know. Fluffy there. He's a friend of mine. I've known him for quite a while. He lives in Mass too. But yeah, I figured 2 blues for 1 red. Yikes. And your gun rights. Don't you have to have like a permit to own a gun in Mass? Like even if it's like a rifle.
Yep. It's
That's-
stupid.
It's literally worse than here. Wacky G says Wallace rigged it, bruh.
Yeah, we're literally the most liberal state in the country.
Yeah, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Isn't
we
it
are.
ironic though? Massachusetts was the first state in the Revolution to start fighting the British directly, and doing everything they could to stop them. And everybody else was on the sidelines, like the guy from Virginia. I don't know what his name is. I forgot. I watched the like John Adams TV show from HBO, and like a lot of the other states weren't really too keen on getting involved with it, but Massachusetts was like full tilt, like full throttle.
Guys, we gotta end this stream now. My dad's gonna fucking shut off the internet.
Oof. I will
Yeah,
end it
guys,
shortly.
just end the stream. Dude, it's 10 seconds. Bruh, 5 seconds.
Chill, dude. If you have to go, that's fine. We'll continue
No,
on.
he's gonna shut it off and I won't be able to talk after this. You don't understand. Please. Don't. Dude, I'm not gonna be able to talk to you. If I don't make any noises, you won't know what happened to me. My dad always does this.
Well, isn't he gonna shut it off regardless?
Yeah, he doesn't normally do this. I don't know why he's doing this now. I hate it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. He's setting a bedtime for me every night now.
Okay, dude, please hold on, calm down. We can talk tomorrow.
Dude,
Anyway, I will end the stream though. All rounds though, that was a pretty good debate. It was a little bit hard to follow, but definitely be talking about it for the next several days. That's for sure. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream. God bless, and hope you stay safe. Don't get ran over by a angry mob or anything like that. And peace.
See you guys.
All right, end in